Cup champion.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
From TD Garden, this is Boston Bruins hockey. Tonight, after a split of the first two games in Buffalo, the first-round Stanley Cup Playoff Series shifts back to Boston. It's Game 3 between the Bruins and the Buffalo Sabres. Great to have you with us alongside Bob Beers. I'm Ryan Johnston. On Tuesday night, Bruins took Game 2 in Buffalo 4-2 to even the series at 1 win apiece. Bruins building a 3-0 lead in the second period, added another goal early in the third, and then the teams amped up the physicality in a game that featured 94 penalty minutes, vast majority of those coming in the third period. For Marco Sturm, he wanted to see a more aggressive look from his team.
We played more physical. I think that's something we wanted to do and get better in our forecheck, but also protecting our slot a little bit more. So again, I just being more aggressive, I would say. I think that was the big difference today.
Being more aggressive, I think, in the offensive zone is certainly important. Being more aggressive all over the ice is always important. And I think they found that balance between when to back off and protect the neutral zone and protect against the, high-speed rushes, and when to attack. And because they can create chances off that cycle, the Bruins can. And I thought they did a better job of finding that balance. Their dump-ins were a little smarter. Instead of some of the, wrap-around dump-ins, maybe trying to dump the puck in kind of cross-corner to establish a forecheck. If they're going to cheat back there, expecting the wrap-around, then, there's other ways to dump the puck. And we talk about this during the season, right?
Sure.
Right? Like, dump the puck with a purpose. If you've got a goaltender that handles the puck well and plays the puck well, you got to make sure you keep it away from him. If he doesn't play the puck well, then okay, let's challenge him. Shots with a purpose, whether it's from the point or whether it's from outside the dot, coming into the zone, looking for a rebound.
Right.
Shoot the puck with a purpose. Don't float one into his glove. So everything gets magnified detail-wise in the playoffs, and I think we're seeing that. And then adjustments from game to game. What adjustments do we see from the Sabres today? What adjustments do we see from the Bruins today? There's a speculation out there that, the Bruins, by making some of those comments about tougher or bigger or whatever, stronger, that it's taken the Sabres into a different game, even though they're responding. I'm not saying they're backing down. That's not what I'm saying at all.
But they're not necessarily playing the game that they want to play.
Right. You got to make it your game. You've got to dictate your game. And I think that's what the Bruins did really well, especially in Game 2 and parts of Game 1.
Well, after Game 1, Marco Sturm called out the Pavel Zacha line. They were all -3 in that first game, said he needed more from them. They responded in a big way on Tuesday. Zacha, power play goal, and Victor Arvidsson scored 2 of the Bruins' 3 even-strength goals.
Yeah, I think we skated harder and battled a little bit harder and just had our heads over the puck and won battles and used each other in close areas, and that's how we need to play to be successful. And I think we came out with that mindset and had a pretty good game.
They were good. They got back to their identity. Even the 2 goals aside, they got back to their identity. They're the best option. If you're going to keep the lines together the way that they've been doled out the last 2 games, first 2 games of the playoffs, that's your best option against the Thompson line. So I expect to see that line against Thompson. Unless they prove they can't do it, then you got to change things up. I wouldn't like the Lindholm line against them, and I don't think the Mitten line is ready for something like that yet, and I'm not sure the 4th line has that mentality to be able to take on the Thompson line. And I expect to see a lot of McAvoy and Lori here, where you have McAvoy and Aspro here, where you have the last change. We'll see if that holds true, and we'll see how hard Marco Sturm wants to stick to that. Lindy Ruff wasn't married to anything. He was just like, I'm going to throw out this line. You try to stop him.
Right.
It didn't matter who it was against. And, I think the Bruins might be a little bit more line matchup until it doesn't work, that type of thing. But we'll see. And that line played more to their identity in Game 2.
Well, speaking to the identity, the Bruins' fourth line, of course, is a big part of their identity. They weren't able to establish their forecheck as much as they wanted in Game 1. That changed in Game 2, thanks to Tanner Jeannot in the fourth line.
That's a game we try to play all year long. So just wanted to continue to establish that, be hard on their defensemen. Obviously, they got a lot of speed and skill back there, so we want to make it hard on them, and it's something we can do. So I thought we did a good job of getting pucks deep and getting in on the forecheck, being physical, and getting the puck in their end a little bit.
You know, they've got some good defensemen over on the other side, but you can get to them. They're not world beaters. They're pretty good, and they love to join the rush. So you can forecheck them, and that's where I think that the Bruins found a balance of when to forecheck and when to back off. And I thought that was important in Game 2. You put pressure on when pressure is due, and it wasn't like, you remember the second period where the Bruins were back on their heels. They didn't establish a forecheck. They were back in their own zone a lot, and by the time they got the puck out of their zone, they were just going for a line change, so you couldn't establish a forecheck. So Game 2 was a better balance of when to go, when not to go, and pressure some of their defensemen into some of the mistakes that they made. And I thought that there were several in that game against Buffalo. I mean, you take a 4-0 lead, you're doing something right. Lindy Ruff said, well, there's clutching and grabbing. I'm like, what? There is no more clutching and grabbing, Lindy. There's no more clutching and grabbing. He's kind of grasping a little bit, trying to give his team a little, motivation in certain areas. He felt that, the goals weren't great chances. Disagree. His team has given up 4 breakaways, maybe 5.
I think 5.
Pastrnak twice. Arvidsson 1.5, and Kastelik.
Yeah.
They gave up 2 2-on-1s in that game too. So when they start to press, you could really take advantage of it.
Well, we come back to Boston now with the series even at a game apiece. Remember, no team in the NHL won more games on home ice this year than the Boston Bruins did. 29 of their 45 wins coming here at TD Garden. They are amped up, and we expect the crowd will be as well. No lineup changes for Marco Sturm tonight. As we count you down to puck drop, here's what's on deck, brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. We'll go around the NHL, including Gabriel Landeskog and the Avs, up 2-0 on LA.
We have absolutely no problem playing this way. I think we like playing this way, and we know what we need to do to be successful and to be hard to play against defensively.
I'll chat with Bruins head coach Marco Sturm.
We absolutely love playing at home. We love our crowd, and we feel like they give us another push, so we feel comfortable.
And up next, we'll take a look at the Sabres' perspective here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Honda Spring Event. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic, a 4.49% APR on a 2026 Civic Hybrid, or a 3.49% APR on a 2026 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R.
Artificial intelligence, AI, has made my life so much easier. So has IA. Yep, my independent agent. She's a wizard when it comes to delivering great coverage at a great price. She bundled our home and auto with safety insurance. And with Safety's app that monitors driving habits, we saved even more. AI is great. For insurance, so is real intelligence. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Hey hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at timbertech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Hey, it's Patrice Bergeron to talk about Bank's free checking account. It's something Boston hockey fans will love because it scores big benefits. First, get your paycheck up to 2 days early. Second, enjoy free ATMs nationwide through the Sum and All Point networks. That's over 56,000 ATMs coast to coast. And third, never worry about minimum balances or monthly fees. Now that's a hat trick. Score your account in branch or online in just 5 minutes. It's easier than an empty net goal. Get details now at ViviaBank.com/T Bergeron. Viviabank, honest to goodness. Member FDIC, member DIF.
Bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.99% APR on a 2026 CRV or a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Passport. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Champions play here. The Sports Hub.
In the near corner, up top, and it's McAvoy. Pasternak, he's shot from on high. This time it's redirect, and they score in the slot. Stick down on the ice for Zacha, and it's a 3-0 lead for the Bruins.
Bruins and Sabres game 3 coming up from TD Garden. And for Buffalo tonight, going to be a change in goal. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen surrendered 4 goals in just over 40 minutes in game 2. Was lifted early in that third period. Alex Lyon came on in relief. And from the looks of it, Lyon's going to get the start tonight for Lindy Ruff.
I think the strength of our team was we alternated goaltenders for a long period of time. I know we've put a lot of the load on UPL here of late. Lyon has been hurt, but that we're comfortable using either guy. We were comfortable the whole year, and those 2 guys got us. All 3 guys got us there. So, irregardless of which goaltender is going to be in the net, there's some areas of the game that we need to focus on. We need to be better at.
So, if people don't remember, Alex Lyon was the guy that got the Florida Panthers into the playoffs a couple years ago before they pulled off that big upset against the Bruins in the first round. Because it didn't look like Florida was going to get in the playoffs. Bobrovsky was struggling. Lyon was playing great. He got them in the playoffs. He started the playoffs, and then Florida made a change partway through that series and went to Bobrovsky.
Yeah, he started 3 games in that series.
So capable, yes. And a guy that's used to this situation in terms of stepping in when need be, where he did, in the regular season against the Panthers for that one. So it's worth noting, though, he's not the only change today. Josh Norris out injured. That's a big loss for the Buffalo Sabres. He's a good player. Really good player, valuable player, does a lot of good things for you. And also Dunn out of the lineup. So they're making a couple changes there. Dunn was the guy laughing when it was 4-0. When Tanner Jeannot was challenging him out there in the third period. So, I'm not saying anything bad about it. It is what it is. Younger guy, and I don't want to drop the gloves with Jeannot either. But you're not laughing when it's 4-0 either. So it's not a good look.
Right.
So he's out of the lineup here today. But I don't know if that's why or not. I'm just saying they're making some changes. Boston hasn't made any changes.
Right.
Game 3, no changes whatsoever. They're comfortable with their lineup. I think this is their best lineup. And, whether that, results in a win here today, who knows? And maybe that changes for, the next game on Sunday. But right now, they're comfortable with their lineup. They're comfortable with the way that they've played. And the Sabres feel the need. One injury, but they feel the need to make some changes.
Yeah, it looks Noah Ostlund, the rookie, is going to get in there in place of the injured Norris, and then it'll be Tyson Kozak making his first playoff appearance.
Skilled guy
as well. Smaller guy than Dunn.
Skilled, fast, can make some plays, and where they utilize him, we're not sure yet, but do they utilize him in Norris's spot or on the fourth line in Dunn's spot? Right. So we'll kind of wait and see on that one, but it's about adjustments. It's about changes sometimes when you need to make changes. And Lindy Ruff, obviously, the goalie's the big one. Sure. Obviously felt like he needed to make a change. And whether it's just hitting the reset button for Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, he was clearly their number 1 guy, although Lyon was hurt, so in fairness. But he played first 2 games. He was shaky early in game 1, settled in as the game went on, but, allowed some goals. And then game 2, he was actually pretty good early in the game. And then we all know what happened in the second period. So, and that can wreak havoc on your psyche. So, hit the reset button, and depending on how today goes, we might see him again in game 4.
Bruins and Sabres, game 3 coming up from TD Garden. Coming up next, we will get a check of the Sports Hub headlines here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
New England spring. We're so ready to get outside and celebrate with all the deliciousness from Big Y. Charcuterie expertly plated, oh so nicely. Shrimp with cocktail sauce, chilled and spicy. Spiral ham glazed to perfection. Candies, cakes, and other sweet confections. Yes, spring has finally sprung. Big Y. Nicely done.
People do anything for a cold beer. That's why the Coors Light Mountains turn blue, to tell you when your beer is as cold as the Rockies. Because people don't just like beer, people like cold beer. Celebrate responsibly. 2026 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Beer.
When I run, I reflect on my time serving in the U.S. Army and those who made it home but struggled with their mental health. I'm Will. I'm running the Boston Marathon presented by Bank of America for Home Base to help veterans heal invisible wounds.
Donate to Will's cause at bofa.com/supportwill. Bank of America supports everyone who asks what's possible. What would you like the power to do? References to charitable organizations is not an endorsement by Bank of America Corporation.
Need a new roof for your home or business? Then call East Coast Metal Roofing, lifetime guaranteed roofs, and get 10% off during their Spring into Savings event when you mention me, Felger. Call 844-611-ECMR or visit eastcoastmetalroofing.com.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house, it's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications that top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Are you looking for the perfect spot for your wedding? Consider Wedgwood Pines Country Club in Stowe. Host up to 250 guests in their grand ballroom with private lounge and patio space overlooking a richly manicured golf course. Visit the weddings section at wedgwoodpines.com for more info and pricing.
The game is on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Amid all the news surrounding Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel, it was reported last night that he will miss the final day of the NFL draft on Saturday as he seeks counseling. It was also recently announced that he will address the media before the draft tonight at 7:20. And the Red Sox and Yankees are underway at Fenway Park in a tie game. It's game 3 of a 3-game set. The Red Sox are looking to avoid being swept. Sports Up Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your drive-thru oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Kevin Majori. Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers take you around the NHL next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event. Check out the rugged Honda Pilot, Ridgeline, CR-V, and Passport, all from the 2025 Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.49% APR on a 2026 Pilot, a 2.99% APR on a 2026 CR-V, or a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Passport or 2026 Ridgeline.
See dealer for financing details. Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit kpp.com for more information.
This hockey season, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation donated $50,000 to the Greater Boston Food Bank and have graciously agreed to continue the Feeding Puck for Families initiative throughout Boston's playoff run. This means, once again, every time Boston feeds the puck to help score a goal, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation will continue to donate $100 to help end hunger here in our local communities. Tune into the games on 98.5 The Sports Hub and learn more about Feeding the Puck for Families at 985thesportshub.com/feed the puck.
Mass Mutual presents an uncomfortable pregame conversation between goalie UC Saros and center Ryan O'Reilly.
Hey, Juice, what are your financial goals?
No goals.
Like, no goals for retirement?
No goals.
What about a new home?
No goals.
Good talk. See you on the ice.
No goals.
Planning and protection on and off the ice. Go to massmutual.com today.
Hi, it's Jason Todd from Blue Sky Restoration. All hockey season, Blue Sky is restoring historic garden moments on the ice. Tune in to tonight's game on the Bruins Radio Network to hear this date in history restored by Blue Sky. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. Restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a cybersecurity engineer at a publicly traded company.
We've been hacked! They're through our firewall!
How is that even possible?
They got my password.
Please don't tell me your password was password.
It's actually password 1.
This is a job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Your hot takes on the Sports Hub.
Bruins and Sabres game 3 coming up from TD Garden. 2 other games around the schedule tonight. Lars Eller and the Senators come home down 0-2 to Carolina.
It's very hard for any team to keep the momentum throughout the whole series. You know, it's going to swing back and forth. Yeah, I don't think they've seen our best yet, and we're looking forward to that challenge tomorrow and try to get back on top.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that Ottawa would give Carolina a hard time. They're a good team, and they played really well towards the end of the season here, and they have given them a hard time. Those have been two really good games between those two teams. Now you're taking it back to Ottawa. You know, this game becomes critical here today just because of the way Carolina, you know, has gone out to the 2-0 lead. But I think, you know, I've liked these games. They've been entertaining. They've been close, and they could have gone either way. But Carolina finds themselves up 2-0.
Out west, Gabriel Landeskog and the Avalanche leading the Kings 2-0 after a pair of 2-1 victories.
We have absolutely no problem playing this way. I think we like playing this way. It was mentioned before that we're defensive metrics. I think over the season we were one of the top teams, if not the one. So we know what we need to do to be successful and to be hard to play against defensively.
So LA has taken a similar approach, maybe not exactly as the Bruins have. You can't get into a track meet against Colorado. Right. It's not going to end up well for you, right? I mean, it's... So, you know, Colorado has been there and done that, and, you know, they've learned how to win games, lower scoring games. They would love to put up a bunch of points and have Nathan McKinnon run wild, but if they don't, they've got to be disciplined and stay in their game. And LA's got to do the same thing. They've been two close games. They've been well played in terms of tight. But Colorado's just, I mean, they've just got too much. I mean, LA might have been the biggest underdog going into the playoffs against the Avalanche.
Among the games last night, the Flyers take a 3-0 series lead on Pittsburgh.
Dylan Juleson looking through traffic. Finally sends it over to Cedar. Cedar shot, and he scores! Nick Cedar! The second straight goal by a Flyer defenseman!
3-0 for Philly. Yeah, this game, it got a little ugly at times between Konechny and Rust, and certainly the Sidney Crosby thing with Garnet Hathaway. I think Garnet Hathaway knew exactly what he was doing. Maybe he didn't want to hit him in the face, but he knew exactly what he was doing in terms of just poking him. And Crosby, I've got so much respect for Sidney Crosby. I really do. I've gained more and more respect for him over the years. I didn't like what he did yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, there's one thing to throw your head back, which everybody in the league does, but to kind of flop the way he did, I was glad they gave him a penalty. And here's the telling thing about it. Hathaway's in the box. They hadn't given Crosby a penalty yet. He's ready to take the face-off.
Yeah.
He hadn't left the ice. After flopping on the ice and grabbing his
Right.
face and everything else and writhing in pain and everything, he's ready to take the face-off with a power play. You know, I know they complained about it, and they said he's never been...
First ever.
Yeah, well... doesn't mean he's never done it.
Right. First one ever called. That's our look around the NHL. We'll have Marco Sturm next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Need a new appliance? Doyon's Appliance in Reading, Gloucester, Bedford, and North Andover should be your destination. Doyon's carries all the major brand name appliances at a price you're looking for. Doyon's also has the staff you can trust to answer any question. Shop Doyon's Appliance online at doyonsappliance.com.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Yard needs work, car needs work. Kids want a puppy. At GFA Federal Credit Union, we take care of your money so you can focus on what matters. Learn more at gfafcu.com. Member NCUA.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your nature-made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Is your stone foundation in need of repair or waterproofing? Call Done Right Services. We use proven old-school methods to repoint and waterproof stone foundations for lasting results. With over 30 years of experience, you'll have peace of mind knowing it was done right the first time. Visit stonefoundationrepair.com and schedule today. Servicing Mass and New Hampshire.
Hit 985thesportshub.com.
Our pregame interview with Marco Sturm is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. Game 3 between the Bruins and Sabres coming up, joined by head coach Marco Sturm. What did you like most about the way your team played in those 2 games in Buffalo?
We were more aggressive. We had a little bit more bite to our game, and that showed a little bit on their frustration a little bit. It showed up on our chances for some of the goals. So I think that part, the intensity part, we cranked it up a little bit, and I think that helped.
You talk about that intensity. We saw it really, strong in the third period of that game the other night. How much do players enjoy that physical part and that kind of healthy hatred that builds during the course of a series like this?
Yeah, I know more players than some others, but I think if you look at our lineup and our players, they like that, and I think that's something that part as a Boston Bruin always made us so good and successful. So we don't want to lose that. We were up 4-0 the other night, and guys ask me, "Hey, can I fight this guy?" Like they're just ready to go. So that's nice to hear. You got to keep him in check though. Through some stretches, but overall, I think that's just our identity.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you kind of about that line because, you don't want to give Buffalo too much momentum to get back in that game. The other night, you end up with Peek and Zadorov in the box for 12 minutes apiece, and that leaves you shorthanded defensively. So kind of how do you manage that even in a game where it's 4-0?
Yeah, that's why the players got to understand that too. They can't be too high. Can't be too low, they got to find that even middle sometimes, just to, not go too crazy. But overall, if guys like this are out there, I'm okay with it. Long as they're structured well, I think that's the biggest thing. We can be physical, we can be tough, whatever it is. But if you don't have the structure in your game, it doesn't mean anything. So I think it's more like the combination of us playing like this all season long. That part makes us good.
Buffalo had to come back in game 1. They chipped away at the lead, but didn't come all the way back in game 2. Tell me a little bit about where your team's at defending leads in the third period here, especially.
We feel fine. Again, you gotta. I mentioned it today. I gotta, go kind of almost. Unfortunately, go through those mistakes you make, go through those moments to get out of it. That's how I see it. You learn more through mistakes, and hopefully it's showing us that we have to do things better. We do it for most of the time. We just gotta make sure we do it for 60 minutes.
Overall, defending against this team through 2 games, they've had little spurts in the third period of each game, but you've been able to keep them off the scoreboard. Other than that, what's your team doing well, particularly in its defensive zone and maybe in the neutral zone?
Yeah, no, we have numbers, I feel like, all the time, so we keep them on the outside much as we can, and as long as we do that, we can make a mistake, but we always have another layer to it, and I think that goes back to numbers, and I think that's something we want to continue doing well against a very skilled and fast team like that.
You called out the Zaka line a little bit after game 1. Obviously, they had a much better game 2. What did you see from them that you hadn't seen in that previous game?
No, they're proud guys. It's a proud line. They knew exactly. They didn't have their best performance. They know they have to get better. They just, once in a while they needed a poke. And maybe it's from me or some other teammates, whatever it is. But again, it goes back to being a proud hockey player, and they showed a big response the last game.
Your PK's 9 for 9 in the series. Why so successful?
Well, there's a few different things. I think hopefully at the right time we go out there now and we feel good about the new system we put in place after Olympic break. I think there's not too many questions anymore. Guys doing automatically. If you look at our 5-on-5 plays or system started the season, it just sometimes unfortunately, it takes time. And I feel like the same thing with BK. Took a little bit of time in March, in April, and I feel like now we feel really comfortable going out there and killing any minutes versus any opponent.
Last one for you. Series comes back to Boston now. You guys have been really good on home ice this year. How much of an advantage do you think it is having these next 2 games here at the Garden?
Yeah, no. Hopefully it's going to continue like this because we absolutely love playing at home. We love our crowd. We feel like they give us another push. We feel comfortable. So we just got to work together as a unit, as a city, and when we do that, I like our chances.
Thanks for the time. Good luck.
Thank you.
There's Marco Sturm, Bruins and Sabres. Game 3 next.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston 98.5 The Sports Hub. Easily Media Group Station.
On Tuesday night in Game 2, the Bruins felt like if they gave a full 60-minute effort, they'd be able to bounce back and tie the series. And that's exactly what they did. McAvoy, center of the blue line. Back to Pasternak on his right. Throws one to the slot. Score! Pavel Zacha redirecting that one from between the circles. Arvidsson left circle. Scores! Arvidsson ripped it just inside the far post and in. Bruins make it 4-0. Now they're back on home ice, looking to build on the momentum they built in Buffalo and grab the series lead. Bruins, Sabres, Game 3, coming up next.
This is Boston Bruins hockey.
Cross to Esposito, a shot.
Cam Neely, wow.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime.
Stills, they score! They score! Zacha again!
Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers, Shaw's and Star Market, Safety Insurance, Town Fair Tire, Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train, Ticketmaster, your New England Ford dealers, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, TD Bank, Service Credit Union, Cape Cod Lumber, and by Catches Law.
Great glove save by Chambers.
Backhand and a save, Thomas. Right in front, Swayman robs Benny.
Also brought to you by Peerless Boilers, your New England Chevy dealers, Timber Tech Decking and Railing, Dairy Queen, Avidia Bank, Mass Mutual, Live Nation, WellPoint, the Peterson School, your Boston area Lexus dealers, Big Y, Nicely Done, and by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Back to Orr. Put in. His 100th point. Backhand score of a penalty shot for Raymond Gore.
Center score! Pasternak with the game winner.
Bergeron, and the Bruins win the series.
Now here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
And we're back home at TD Garden. Game 3 between the Bruins and the Buffalo Sabres, tied at a game apiece. Bruins took Game 2 in Buffalo. Is there anything they can improve on from that performance here tonight?
The Bruins you're talking about? I think it's a lot of the same as what they did in Game 2. Find that balance, have the intensity, but not cross the line unless you need to cross the line. There are times where, if somebody's going to poke at your goaltender, you got to cross the line. At the same time, don't take the undisciplined penalties. Buffalo was 0 for in this series on the power play. They were 0 for at the end of the season.
Yeah.
But all it takes is one sometimes. And all of a sudden, Tage Thompson's got 3.
Right.
And if you give them man advantage, it's going to happen. You're going to take penalties. We understand that. There are going to be penalties during a game. But at the same time, just make them disciplined penalties or penalties that need to be taken. Let's put it that way. Not undisciplined penalties. And I think from the Bruins standpoint, establishing the forecheck, huge for them. They were committed in their own zone. They managed the puck a lot better in Game 2 than they did at times in Game 1. At times in Game 1, they were good at managing the puck. At other times, not so good. And have the feet moving and play off this crowd. I mean, you're on home ice. It's time to make a statement here. You've already shown that you can play with this team.
Sure.
And you have a game plan on how to beat them and how you want to beat them. Now you have to execute it.
Tonight's Keys to the Game brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Face Off, Game 3, coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
The best way to follow the Stanley Cup Playoffs is here. The NHL app is your place to get every highlight from every game of every series. Behind-the-scenes playoff content you won't get anywhere else. The most NHL Edge advanced stats, keeping you up to date from round 1 through the Stanley Cup Final. When it comes to following the playoffs, don't settle for anything less. The Stanley Cup Playoffs are better on the NHL app.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
Penalty kick.
out of the park!
From way downtown for a
Beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
Grow your success starting this May with UMass Lowell. Learn from incredible faculty, benefit from incredible affordability with UMass Lowell.
Zoe and Beetle, middays on the Sports Hub.
Tonight's national anthem presented by Mass Mutual, planning and protection on and off the ice.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Game 3 between the Sabres and the Bruins getting set to get underway. We take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. In goal for Buffalo is Alex Lyon. On defense, the pairing of Matthias Samuelsson and Rasmus Dahlin. Up front, the line of Jason Zucker, Ryan McLeod, and Jack Quinn. For the Bruins, Jeremy Swayman starting in goal. Andrew Peeke and Nikita Zadorov, your defensemen. And up front, Morgan Geekie, Elias Lindholm, and David Pastrnak. Starting lineup is brought to you by Big Y, celebrating 90 years. It's not just our anniversary, it's yours too. You're the Y.
And the first 5 minutes of tonight's game presented by your New England Ford dealers, America's best-selling trucks for 49 years. The Game 3, first home game of the playoffs for the Bruins. Banner captain, former Patriot Logan Mankins, helping to get the crowd riled up here pregame. Boston will be going from left to right here in the first period, wearing the home black sweaters, helmets, and pants. Buffalo in the road whites with white helmets and blue pants. And the faceoff gets us underway. Buffalo will control first as the puck played toward the Bruins zone, and Swayman watches it go to his left. Played up and out of the zone right away by Zadorov, dumped right back in by Rasmus Dahlin. Peak settles in behind Swayman down to our left. Throws a long pass up the left side. Geekie got knocked down just outside the Boston blue line. Puck comes back toward Peak. Volleyed out toward center ice. Chopped ahead here by Pasternak just inside the line. Elias Lindholm trying to feed Geekie, but turned over. Puck is cleared back the other way, and they're going to give Buffalo the benefit of the doubt on the race for icing.
Yeah, it was close, right? If it's a tie, it goes to the defensive player, but Quinn was able to just get in front of Geekie there.
Owen Byram back inside his own zone now. Gives over to Owen Power. Now Tage Thompson coming through the red line. Puck squirted away from him. Krebs trying to keep it moving. Now Tuck to dump in. Swayman stops it behind the Bruins net. To McAvoy in the far corner. Chopped it up the wall, but not out. Top of the circle, and McAvoy flattens Krebs. Puck around the near side. Byram holding into the blue line. Thompson trying to give it back to him as he walked down the wall. Puck directed back toward Power at the center of the blue line. A shot, and a save made by Swayman.
Got a glove on it, but it came just kind of slipped out of his glove hand. That was through a screen in front. That's offside.
Krebs wires one around behind Swayman to the far side. Collision over there, and puck is pushed out of the zone.
We'll never know.
Angled off the near side boards in the neutral zone to Doan. He'll throw it across the ice. Hampus Lindholm regains here for Boston.
Yeah, Hampus was really good in game 2, as was McAvoy. McAvoy with the big hit on his first shift of the game. Those guys have to be good on that back end. Those are your top 2 defensemen.
Hampus 27 minutes and 40 seconds worth of ice time in that game to lead the Bruins. As the Sabres break out of their zone here, Benson coming through center ice. Sends off the right wing boards. Hampus Lindholm is there. Back around near side for Lohrei to skate it forward. Stops just shy of his blue line and turned it over. Benson took away. He'll bring it around behind Swayman. Lohrei on his back, able to knock that puck free and get it back to Hampus behind the net.
It's a good recovery by Lohrei, but it makes it a little harder on yourself.
Back into the Bruins zone comes Kozak, his first appearance of the series. That's Mallenstein in the far corner.
Center in this fourth line for Buffalo. Skilled guy up front.
Puck kicks free near the top of the circle. Kastelik will grab it and go. Pushes it down the left wing wall and around behind Alex Lyon.
Skilled and some speed.
Kastelik gets the cheers of the crowd as he took a hit at Dahlin in the near corner. Jeannot wins one in the neutral zone and brings back in from Greenway.
Just separated Greenway right from the puck.
Jeannot out of the right corner with giving back toward the point, but Peak had cut in toward the middle, and the puck goes out of the zone.
Jeannot had a good game in game 2. He was very noticeable, not just the physical side of things, but winning battles.
Peak coming out from behind Jeremy Swayman. The long pass up the left side. Geekie will whip it deep. Ricochet out of the corner to Pasternak from the right circle. Lyon made the save. Sent back in front by Elias Lindholm, but Sabres take away.
Another example of the cross-corner dump, right? Effective with Pasternak flying down the right side.
Now Zucker in behind the Bruins net. Tried to center for Byram, broken up. Near side corner, and it's taken away. Pasternak will get it out toward the blue line. Geekie had to turn back after a deflection, and the Bruins will settle back in their own zone here. 3:50 gone first period here in game 3. McAvoy with a pass up the middle for Middlestat. Tipped into the Buffalo zone. Byram sent it toward the near side wall. Tuck can't get it out. Arvidsson got it in front of Zacha. Save made. Zacha didn't get much on the first effort, but the second one up against the left pad.
Yeah, he was in a little too tight.
Middlestat along the near circle finds Arvidsson. A long backhander that goes up and over the net as Lyon reached up with a glove. Zacha in the far corner. Got it back to Middlestat, who's out near the blue line. Casey with a shot. That one got blocked in the slot. Thompson finds it near circle. Will leave it along the wall here for Stanley. His pass bounded away from Byram at center ice. Middlestat reaching to get a stick on it. He and Byram chase it toward the Buffalo line. Byram with a pass up the left side finds Thompson into the Bruins zone. His pass got deflected a couple of times. Doan throws one in front. It's Swayman.
Good stick by Lindholm to disrupt that play.
Kept alive at the blue line and played across ice by Timmins. Near side corner. It'll get wrapped around that far side. Noah Ostlund into the lineup in place of Norris tonight. Dahlin, center of the blue line. Here's Ostlund, top of the left circle to Doan. One touch in front. Hampus Lindholm down, trying to find it. And Lohrei gets clipped along the end wall and knocked down. Puck gets cleared through Dahlin, however.
The young guys got a little confused up top that time, and that leads to the chance down low.
14:40 left here in the first as puck gets dumped in by Samuelsson. Aspero will backhand it around behind the net. Through McAvoy on to Jeannot near side. Pinching was Samuelsson. Forced it back in behind the net. Aspero trying to go far side, and that was partially blocked. Power and Kastelik collide in that far corner. And it'll come back to the blue line. Kozak with a shot. That one blocked off of McAvoy in front. Way back up the near side boards. And Corrali will send it up the right side. Kozak with Kastelik getting in behind him. They go crunching into the near side corner. Puck goes behind the net, and Power takes from there. Samuelsson taking his time as Buffalo gets some changes on here. Pass off to the left side for McLeod. He'll Zucker into the Bruins zone. Floats one wide of the net. Around the far side, Pasternak's got some space. He'll angle a pass ahead for Geekie, but didn't connect.
I think he could have gone tape to tape there. He tried to go off the wall instead to Geekie.
Back comes Quinn here for Buffalo. Down the left wing circle. Got a shot in on Swayman and tapped a rebound that way as well. Swayman able to cover up.
Yeah, attacked the triangle on Peak that time. Had good speed coming down his off wing. Put the puck in between Peak's skate and outstretched stick and got that shot away.
13:31 left here in the first. No score. Bruins and Sabres game 3 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The game is on, and the snacks from Big Y? Oh, yeah. Freshly made wings, platters, pizzas, and 30-inch super subs. Big Y makes the crowd go wild. Big Y, nicely done.
At Citizens, we help make sense of your money and all your money questions.
Is there a right way to prep for my future?
Do I keep renting or finally buy?
How big of a nest should my nest egg be?
Is cash still king?
If money talks, what's it say to me?
Can I become king of the hill in Beacon Hill?
Whatever money questions you have, Citizens has the answers. Make sense of your money at citizensbank.com/made-ready. Member FDIC.
Spring is here, and that means it's time to upgrade those old appliances. Doyon's annual warehouse sale is back Friday, May 15th and Saturday, May 16th in North Andover. Shop incredible deals on open box, scratch and dent, and discontinued appliances. Many still brand new in the box. Save up to 80% off retail on top brands and upgrade your home for a fraction of the price. If your appliances are on their last leg, don't miss the Doyon's warehouse sale. 2 days only, May 15th and 16th in North Andover. For more information on Doyon's warehouse sale, head to DoyonsAppliance.com.
During Window Nation's current sale, the more you buy, the more you save. You could save up to 50% on new windows for your entire home. Plus, you could get them with 0% interest for 5 years. Sale ends soon, so visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
Toucher and Hardy, mornings on the Sports Hub.
The first 5 minutes of tonight's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers, America's best-selling trucks for 49 years. We played 6 minutes and 29 seconds of continuous hockey after the opening faceoff. No score here in the early going of Game 3. 3 shots on Jeremy Swayman, 3 shots on Alex Lyon so far.
That's what a good chance by Quinn. Coming down his off wing. Said he attacks the... Peak is going to try to reach out for the poke check. Get that puck under his stick. Get a pretty good chance away and actually pick one out of the air on the rebound chance.
Off this face-off, here's Byram from the left point. Shot goes high and wide. In behind the net. Turned back toward the near side by Tuck. Back to Byram again at the left point. Gives over to Thompson out near the blue line. His shot blocked by McAvoy, and Charlie's a little slow in getting back to his feet. He'll head off to the bench.
Face-offs were a really hard thing to figure out last game, right? The Bruins were so dominant early in the game, and the Sabres just got better and better as the game went on. They won that one cleanly there in the offensive zone for the shot from Byram, but there's another cross corner. So the Bruins trying to do that instead of the wraparound right now. They had a good chance earlier on the Pasternak opportunity.
Right. Tage Thompson bringing it over to the bench on his way off for a change. Hands off on his way to the door. Dahlin lifts it in from the red line. Lohrei bats it around toward the far side wall. Ostlund got in front of Arvidsson, but then got cut down, and puck goes up and out of play. It was deflected.
No, I don't think so.
Or was it not?
No. Hampus Lindholm's trying to say it was, but I don't think it did. I think it's going to be a delay game penalty.
Referees Garrett Rank and Kyle Raymond tonight.
Boston penalty, number 27, 2-minute delay game, puck over glass.
So Buffalo goes to the power play with 12:27 to go here in the first.
Yeah, one of your top penalty killers sitting in the box.
The Sabres 0 for 9 in the series after coming up empty on 5 chances in game 2. Go back to the regular season, they are now 0 for their last 31. Face off to the left of Jeremy Swayman. And Minton pulled it back, loose at the bottom of the circle. McAvoy gets a stick on it. Now Hustadinov, and now Zadorov to clear.
Good battle. Hustadinov, McAvoy, Zadorov all battling for that puck.
Dahlin picks it up and skates it out toward his own blue line to the red. It's off to his right. That's offside.
Put himself offside. Pass it laterally across the blue line, but the puck didn't get into the zone, and then he entered the zone.
19 seconds gone on the penalty to Hampus Lindholm. Face-off will come near the Boston bench as Minton matches up against Thompson, and now Thompson gets tossed out of there, so Tuck will take his place. And off the face-off, puck comes careening down toward Alex Lyon.
Minton might have gone forward with that puck.
Dahlin will skate it ahead toward the red line. Deals it back. Carried up toward the Boston zone by Quinn. Gave it up and got it right back and rips it around behind the net. Zucker plays it back in deep. Tuck coming toward the near side corner. Had to deal with McAvoy. Back to Dahlin at the left point. Over to Quinn far side. Quinn walks it down the wall. All the way to the corner. Back to Dahlin at the point. Now again, top of the right circle. Quinn with a shot. Zucker in front. Banging at the rebound. Swayman trying to get it covered. And does. As Tuck takes a little poke at McAvoy. And
they took pokes at each other. Yeah, Swayman just had that left pad down. That pass comes down to Zucker. Zucker trying to jam it home. Swayman just keeps the left skate right along the goal line, and eventually he's able to corral this puck, pull it in under his body, or under his glove, I should say. Hustadinov taking down Thompson, and then you got McAvoy, who was in a battle with Tuck. Tuck took him down, then McAvoy gave him a little whack there after the whistle.
Minute 5 to go on the power play for the Sabres.
You got Aspro and Peak on the PK right now. You know, with Lindholm in the box.
Bruins got into a situation for a lengthy stretch in the third period the other night where they had both Peak and Zadorov serving a minor and a misconduct each. So they were down to 4 defensemen for a 12-minute stretch of that period.
You can already see one, adjustment by Buffalo when the Sabres, when the Bruins win a faceoff inside their own zone on this PK. They're jumping right away.
Here's Thompson. Turnaround shot from the top of the right circle went wide. Dahlin with a shot. That one saved by Swayman. Pulled in behind the net by Zucker. Centering pass off of Thompson's skate.
It's behind him.
Thompson gives over to that far side. Quinn at the hash marks. Steps toward the dot. Down low for Zucker. Centering pass came all the way through Dahlin at the center of the blue line.
There were too many easy clears for the Bruins when they win faceoffs shorthanded, and Buffalo is, after the 2 games, has made an adjustment where they're jumping quickly.
17 seconds left on the Sabres power play as Byram leaves it behind. McLeod with speed through the neutral zone. Ostlund just inside the Bruins line. Got it over to Doan for a shot. And glove stopped by Swayman. No rebound. Eight seconds left on the Sabres power play.
That's
the whistle. Ostlund and Janot getting into it.
It's a confident save made by Swayman there. That's a good chance. Entering the zone, the chance comes from the slot by Doan. Right shot, trying to go glove side as he's moving to his left.
Jeremy Swayman has been terrific all season long here at TD Garden. 19-7-1 in 28 appearances with a 2.18 goals against and a .920 save percentage on home ice. Face off, near side circle to his right. Elias Lindholm, second effort, wins it back to Aspero. He'll get the clear, and that will do it for the penalty.
That time there was a little battle there. That's why Aspero had a little time and space to get around the net to clear it.
Byram starts the Sabres out of their own zone. Pass on the right side, tipped into the Boston zone by McLeod, who stumbled. Lorei got it behind the net, but taken by Benson. He gets taken out of the play by Peak. Still they dig for it. Zacha goes down in a battle back there. And now Zacha back on his skates. Peak will push it toward the near corner. Zacha to it. Backhands it along for Middlestat. Got it to the blue line and just out. McLeod drops it back to Power, backing into his own zone for Buffalo. 9:50 to go here in the first period, scoreless. Power circling in his own zone. Pass ahead to the red line for Greenway. Got it into the Boston zone on the far side boards. To the back of the net. Peak moved it toward the near side wall. Middlestat challenged by Stanley. Puck comes bouncing out toward the blue line. We get a whistle and the net dislodged. I think Peak bumped that post as he went to circle in behind the net.
Well, Malenstein went for a big hit. Peak reverse hit, knocked him right down as he moved the puck.
We'll take a timeout here with 9:30 to go in the first period. No score. Bruins and Sabres in.
No.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
We're going to.
Not yet.
The light came on, but we're not taking a break.
The net was knocked off by a Bruins player.
Right.
So, no break. And no line change.
So they'll face it off inside the Bruins zone. They are going to have to put that post back on, however. Nobody's bothered to do that yet. Jeremy Swayman points that out as everyone was lining up for the face-off. That face-off will be in the near circle down to our left. You mentioned the disparity in face-offs in that. In the first period of game 2, Bruins won 18 out of 20 face-offs in that period. And then Buffalo kind of took over from there and ended up fairly even for the game. Off this face-off, Bruins will get it out.
There were a lot of them in that third period, you know, and Buffalo kept maintaining possession off those wins.
Puck will come behind the Bruins net here. Hampus Lindholm taking around to the far side circle. Long pass across the ice into neutral zone for Pasternak. Pulls up just outside the Buffalo line. Can't get it in.
But McAvoy with another big hit.
Krebs took the brunt of that.
Again.
Here's Pasternak toward the slot. He's surrounded by blue sweaters. Goes down and a penalty coming. McAvoy at the right point as they get the extra skater on. Geeky's got it near circle. Up top for Hampus. Over to McAvoy, a one-timer. Blockered away. McAvoy far circle. Crossing pass and Zacha one-timer. Lyon makes a big save.
Wide open.
Geeky out near the blue line near side. Center blue line for Hampus. Over to Posta one-timer, and that one gloved by Lyon draws the whistle as Stanley tries to goad McAvoy into something.
McAvoy gave him a whack, but Stanley was trying to rough him up down low. McAvoy's thrown 2 big hits. They've both been on Krebs, and they've been good ones.
Bruins power play coming up. 8:36 to go here in the first. No score on the 98.5 The Sports Hub. Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players, like the iconic Ford Bronco family, with great looks and the 4x4 capability to perform on or off the ice. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
At TD, they know when the lights are at their brightest, Boston is at its boldest, and the fans are at their loudest. This city was built for the playoffs, and they can't wait to cheer alongside you every step of the way, from puck drop to the final buzzer. TD, Bank of the Boston Bruins.
This hockey season, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation donated $50,000 to the Greater Boston Food Bank and have graciously agreed to continue the Feeding Puck for Families initiative throughout Boston's playoff run. This means, once again, every time Boston feeds the puck to help score a goal, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation will continue to donate $100 to help end hunger here in our local communities. Tune into the games on 98.5 The Sports Hub and learn more about Feeding the Puck for Families at 985thesportshub.com/feed the puck.
Hi, it's Jason Todd, VP of New England for Blue Sky Restoration Contractors. If your home or business experiences property damage, call Blue Sky first. With locations across the region, we'll take care of everything from beginning to end. Visit goblusky.com. Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
Felger and Maz, afternoons on the Sports Hub.
8:36 remaining first period. Bruins and Sabres are scoreless. Sabres have had a power play chance, and now the Bruins get one. Connor Timmins called for holding David Pastrnak. Boston 1 out of 5 in game 2. The goal scored by Pavel Zacha. They are 2 for 8 in the series.
Zacha's had, Pastrnak had a pretty good opportunity, but Zacha's had 2 really good chances. He had the one-timer with the extra skater out there on the delayed penalty. If this penalty could have gone to Timmins or Stanley, they ended up giving it to Timmins. But Zacha from the base of the right wing circle on a one-timer, that was a heck of a save by Lyon.
Face off in that near circle to our right. Elias Lindholm's going to get tossed out, and Geekie will take his place. Geekie wins it back between his legs. Zacha taps it back to McAvoy at the blue line to get it started. Pastrnak trying to center. Blocked by Samuelson. Gets it back center to the blue line to McAvoy. Quick passing in front. Geekie from between the circles. Turned away by Lyon.
Yeah, different spot for Geekie in the slot that time. And they're really aggressive out high. They had 2 Sabres that were out high. And that's going to leave a 3-on-2 down low.
Off a clear McAvoy. Quick up here for Pastrnak at the attacking blue line. He'll play it back through the neutral ice. And now Elias Lindholm, puck bounded away from him. Turned over. And nearly a 2-on-0 here shorthanded for Buffalo. McLeod couldn't handle the puck.
Tried a little something different there on the breakout. That didn't work very well.
Whipped across the ice. Elias Lindholm trying to get it through Byram, who takes away near the Buffalo blue line. McAvoy trying to settle things down now. Skate it to center ice. Here's Zacha handing off to Pastrnak. Pasta gets to the Buffalo line. Off the wall to Geekie coming down that left wing circle. Back to the point for McAvoy. He'll backhand it over to Pastrnak in the left circle. Crossing pass, got all the way through. And a chance in front. Lyon down. And the puck ends up going just wide.
Zacha and Geekie were both wide open back door.
Allenstein brings the Sabres forward here with 44 seconds still to go on their penalty. He circles all the way around behind Swayman with possession. Now we'll swing it back in behind.
I got to get another look at that, find out how that did not go in. That should have been buried.
Fraser Minton brings to center ice. Leaves it there for Arvidsson. Left wing pass to Middlestat. Centered for Arvidsson. Right across. And Hagen's fanned on a one-timer.
Set up perfectly. The puck was rolling a little bit on him, but that was a good opportunity.
Puck is chipped over Hagen's head. Goes out of play. Crowd looking for a delay of game penalty, but it was deflected, say the officials.
I mean, there's 2 great chances for the Bruins, and they can't quite come up with it. So the backdoor pass, Zacha ended up, I'm not going to say intercepting it, but he ended up getting a piece of it before it got to Geekie, who was wide open backdoor. And he thinks it's for him. That's fine, you know. Right. And Lyon makes a right pad save. He's had 3 great chances, Zacha has. And then Hagen's fanned on that one-timer coming in on the weak side.
Off the face-off, Hampus Lindholm over to Laura. Goes down low here for Arvidsson. 10 to go on the power play as the puck comes out in front, taken away. And it'll be McLeod to get the clear. And that will do it for the Bruins' first power play. So each team 0 for 1. 6:35 to play here in the first period, scoreless. Hampus comes to center ice, drives it hard into the right wing corner, ricocheted out in front. Samuelson was there, turns over. Jeannot trying to get to the front of the net, had it taken away, but kept alive by Laura.
Cross corner dump. Let that shot go, though, I think, right there for Jeannot.
Krebs will play through neutral ice to Thompson. Lori blocks a pass toward the left side. It ricochets in toward Jeremy Swayman. He scoops it up with a glove. And a few players exchanged some pleasantries in front of his crease.
Dahlin came in and just got right into Swayman's kitchen. He didn't touch him, but he got, backed right into him. They're going to take Krebs for a penalty here, I think.
Buffalo penalty. Number 19, 2 minutes, roughing.
Wow, so Krebs goes for roughing. Bruins will go right back to the power play.
So Dahlin comes in and gives Lori a bump, and then Krebs is behind the net. Unless there's something I'm not seeing.
That's pretty harsh.
That's a tough call on Krebs. We
gave Kastelic a little face wash, but nothing.
Kastelic did the same thing?
Yeah.
I'm shocked at that. Benefit Bruins, take advantage of it. That's a tough call on Krebs.
Face off in the near circle, the Buffalo zone to our right.
Unless there was something we missed.
Off the near wall, McAvoy can't hold in, and now McLeod will grab a puck at center ice.
He's
skated
fast.
into the Bruins zone. To the right circle, goes around. Geeky gets the shot from in tight. Swayman makes the save.
It's not isolated with a forward-playing D there coming on as off wing.
Elias Lindholm and Pavel Zacha work their way through the neutral zone. Zacha gains entry on the right side for Pasternak. Pasta goes all the way across. Geeky far circle. Back up top for McAvoy. Started to lose it. Kept it in. Pasternak walks to the high slot to the left circle. Turns onto his forehand. Fires in front. Elias Lindholm is there. Lyon gets a piece of it. And the puck gets cleared all the way down ice by Samuelsson.
Lyon is... he's been effective. He hasn't been the prettiest, but he's been effective.
McAvoy leaves it for Zacha. Zacha skates it to the red. To Elias. In across the line they come. Pasternak kicks it onto his stick. Centering pass. Got away from Geeky coming through the slot.
Man, how many times that happened now on the power play? It happened to McAvoy. It happens to Geeky now where the puck is on their stick. Happened to Hagen's last shift. You can't control it.
Mallenstein got a shot in off the blocker of Swayman. Bruins from their own zone here. Benson pressuring inside the Boston end. Now Minton will skate it through center ice. Directed in behind Lyon. 36 seconds to go on the power play. Pasternak along the near boards. Got it to Hampus. Over to the far side for Middlestat. Back to Hampus. Pasternak, top of the right circle. Throws one through the slot and wide.
It's there for Middlestat.
Hampus out near the blue line. Pasternak again. Top of the right circle. This one blocked by Stanley. Goes sailing out of play.
So too many right now for the Bruins. There's looks. They're getting looks. Pucks are either bouncing off their stick or Lyon's making a save. Now, that pass back door for Middlestat was there. I mean, it's through some bodies, but it's there. I mean, and it just goes past the heel of the stick on Middlestat, and it's a backdoor tap-in.
Off the face-off, puck controlled from the near corner by Samuelsson. His clearing effort gets blocked and goes sailing up over the glass out of play. That's a heck of a one-handed catch by that fan with a plate of nachos in his left hand. Made the catch with his right.
Didn't spill a drop.
About the 7th row down below us here. 18 seconds left on the power play. Minton and McLeod on the face-off. Samuelsson from the near corner will rifle it all the way down the ice. Hampus comes back to get it from Swayman. Bruins moving left to right. 4:18 to go here in the first period. Scoreless. Arvidsson to the red line. Gains entry on the right side. Laura pulls up at the hash marks. Backhands around behind the net. Krebs is out of the box to even it up. Middlestat on the far boards. Arvidsson got it back to the point. Lorai tried a one-timer off a feed from Hampus but broke his stick. Here's Arvidsson right circle with a shot that skims just wide. Lindholm trying to get it back to the net. That blocked off of Ostlund and goes up and out of play over the end wall. Timeout, 3:56 to go here in the first period. No score. Bruins and Sabres, Game 3 here at TD Garden on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Honda Spring Event. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic, a 4.49% APR on a 2026 Civic Hybrid, or a 3.49% APR on a 2026 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R.
Score a hat trick with Avidia Bank's free checking. Get your paycheck up to 2 days early. Enjoy free ATMs through the Sum and All Point networks. And never get blindsided by minimum balance requirements or monthly fees. That's a win for your wallet, hockey fans. Visit AvidiaBank.com. Avidia Bank. Honest to goodness. Member FDIC. Member DIF.
So I'm running late for a hugely important meeting. Of course, traffic is bad. And then I got rear-ended. The timing was inconvenient. But I have to say, safety insurance made the claims process unbelievably convenient. I simply uploaded pics of my car. The claims adjuster sent me back an estimate. I even got the money to cover the repair digitally. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms conveniently.
You know, everyone's got their spot, that place you head to for a great meal, drinks with friends, or takeout for the family. For me, that spot is 110 Grill in Hanover. The food's top-notch, the drinks are awesome, and the menu has something for everyone. Next time you're looking for your spot, go find your 110. Visit 110grill.com to find a location near you.
Bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.99% APR on a 2026 CRV or a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Passport. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
The Pats play on the Sports Hub.
Fans gear up for the 2026 playoffs presented by Rapid 7 with a Pro Shop powered by 47. Visit BostonProShop.com or stop by the store at 84 Causeway Street to purchase official Bruins merchandise and rep the black and gold throughout the postseason. 3:56 left here in the first. No score between the Bruins and Sabres. Series tied at a game apiece. And a face-off coming up inside the offensive zone here for Boston, who's had some good opportunities so far. Alex Lyon has come up with a few big saves in this first 16 minutes plus. Lyon came on in relief in game 2, played over 14 minutes, stopped all 7 shots that he faced. Zadorov will backhand one down toward the end boards. Hustadinov trying to drag it toward the front. Instead, it'll be brought toward the near side. Up the left wing wall for Zucker. Zucker carries into the Bruins zone. A centering pass for Kozak.
Yeah, 4-man off the rush that time with Byram joining. Now they're going to call a penalty on the Bruins. Figured that would come. I didn't like the call on. Should be a whistle. I didn't like the call on Krebs.
I think this one is going to be Zadorov. Upended Kozak as he was coming down the slot there.
Boston penalty number 91, 2-minute minor tripping.
So Zadorov will go for a trip with 3:31 left here in the period.
I mean, he's just kind of holding his ground, but Kozak was trying to take the shot. Zadorov doesn't know he's going to miss the puck. Right. And he puts the hip into him. I didn't like I said, I didn't like the call on Krebs, so
Buffalo
that evens it out a little bit.
Second power play chance of this first period is Zucker in front, trying to redirect that one on Swayman. Hampus in the far corner will play it back around near side. Tage Thompson to it first. In the left wing corner, back to Dahlin at the point. Over to that far side, Quinn walks it down the wall. Gives back to Dahlin. Over to Thompson, one-timer, snapped his stick in half. Zucker trying to get it back out in front. Corrali couldn't get it cleared. Back on that far side, Quinn. Turns down toward the corner. Behind the net to Zucker. Off the near wall to Thompson. Back with a fresh stick. Thompson to the dot. To Dahlin. High slot. Far circle. Got away from Quinn, but he tracks it down. Minute 15 to go on the power play. Quinn back across to Dahlin. Shot got through. Swayman made the save. Corrali clears the rebound.
That's picking it up through some traffic that time. Dahlin's shooting that puck with a purpose, right? It's not a hard shot, but he gets it through and creates a rebound.
Thompson brings back into the Bruins zone. Zucker along the near side circle. Steps down toward the corner. Thompson again along the wall. 50 seconds left on their power play. Thompson from the dot. And catch with Tuck along the side of the net. Thompson gives back to Dahlin up top. Backing off some pressure from Elias Lindholm. Off to the right side for McLeod. Zucker out of the right corner. McLeod gives back to him. Zucker, wide angle shot. Swayman against that far post. 28 seconds left on the power play. Elias Lindholm along the far wall. Can't get a stick to that puck. Tuck able to keep it alive. On to Thompson. Thompson coming to the left circle with a shot. Blocker stops Swayman. Near sideboards and a chance to clear, and they do. Hustadinov. Minute 38 left in the period. 6 seconds to go on the Zadorov penalty. Power coming up toward his own blue line. On the left, here's Greenway. Gains entry. Penalty is over. Centering pass, and Kozak in front had it broken up. And Zadorov will bring the Bruins back the other way. Dump in from the red line. Comes around the near wall. Jeannot backhands it deep. Minton takes the hit, sent it toward the near corner, but Greenway was there. Cross ice to Byram, gets it out to the red line. Campus, Lindholm, and Mallenstein come together. Here's Greenway into the Bruins zone. Jeannot back checking, able to knock that puck away. Broke his stick in the process. McAvoy's got possession. 55 seconds to go in the period. AC Middlestat looking for some space in the neutral zone. Gets the puck to Zacha just inside the Buffalo end. Byram takes away far circle, rims it around toward the near side. Power will leave it in the corner. Benson out near the blue line. Just able to get it through Pete. Doan in the neutral ice takes a hit from Pasternak and dumps it cross ice. Middlestat in behind the Bruins net. Puck squirts toward the near corner. 30 seconds left in the period. Loron backhands one into the air, batted out of the air by Pasternak and out to center ice. Dahlin grabs it there. Look up here for Ostlund, and back in the zone they come with 16 to go in the period. Dahlin, center blue line. Over to the left circle, Samuelsson stepping in. Shot save made by Swayman. Look behind him, rebound was in front of him, and he turns around and gets it covered.
Yeah, I wasn't sure exactly where that puck was. One pass beats a couple of guys there once the Sabres get in the offensive zone. And they eventually rotated from the right side up high and then over into the left wing circle there for Mattias Samuelsson. And he walks into a good shooting position. He's inside the dot, or at least below the dot, coming in on that left wing circle. He said Swayman looked behind him, wasn't sure, but that puck was just out in front of him and eventually got the cover. Good PK by the Bruins.
Each team with 2 power plays here in this first period. 8.6 seconds left. Kastelik will match up against McLeod on the faceoff. And blow that down.
McLeod's been pretty reliable in the faceoff circle.
55% for the series. These 2 guys stay in there. McLeod wins this one. Back to Samuelsson at the left point. Over to Dahlin. Sent it toward McLeod. Far circle. Trying to get it in front. It was blocked. And a last-second shot by Samuelsson gets turned away to bring us to the end of the first 20 minutes. Now, each team able to generate some chances and some power play chances in that first period, but we are scoreless at the end of one here in Game 3 at TD Garden. We'll be back to analyze that first 20 minutes in a moment on the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Wendy's OG Spicy Chicken Sandwich just got a total upgrade. Yep, we completely revamped the recipe. New softer bun, tangy pickles, creamy mayo, and crispier chicken. With just the right amount of heat. It's basically better in every way. But is it our best spicy chicken sandwich ever? You tell us. You know you want to. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's. Open till midnight or later. Hours may vary by location.
The Honda Spring Event. Now's the time to check out the Honda Civic and HR-V from Honda, the 2025 Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic, a 4.49% APR on a 2026 Civic Hybrid, or a 3.49% APR on a 2026 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R. Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit kpp.com for more information.
Mass Mutual presents an uncomfortable pregame conversation between goalie UC Saros and center Ryan O'Reilly.
Hey, Juice, what are your financial goals?
No goals.
Like, no goals for retirement?
No goals.
What about a new home?
No goals.
Good talk. See you on the ice.
No goals.
Planning and protection on and off the ice. Go to massmutual.com today.
Hey hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Wendy's OG Spicy Chicken Sandwich just got a total upgrade. Yep, we completely revamped the recipe. New softer bun, tangy pickles, creamy mayo, and crispier chicken. With just the right amount of heat. It's basically better in every way. But is it our best spicy chicken sandwich ever? You tell us. You know you want to. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's. Open till midnight or later. Hours may vary by location.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bruins.
Hockey's not just a game. It's a clash of sticks. It's sprays of ice and crazy saves. It's slap shots and the scrape of blades. It's an endless series of touch-and-go moments that make you feel alive. Through the highs and lows, you march your way down the long road to the playoffs alongside your team, with your jersey on and your heart on your sleeve, because they couldn't do it without you. And when you're there for your team, the NHL store is there for you. Check out the largest selection of official NHL gear at NHLShop.com. A Fanatics experience.
For the best deal on any name brand tire, get to Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest price and the most free services, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. And you know, I mean nobody.
Town Fair Tire. The Bruins play on the Sports Hub.
Bruins and Sabres played a scoreless first period. Joined downstairs with the Bruins, Pavel Zacha. Pav, what did you think of your first period overall tonight?
Yeah, I think, we're skating, we're creating power plays and stuff. I think, getting it to the net, I think that's what we have to keep going, winning the battles, staying in offensive zone.
You yourself had a few opportunities there in that first period. What's the key to getting one here behind Lyon?
Yeah, I think we have to stick with it. We had a lot of, rebounds, chances there, power play, also 5-on-5, and I think, if you keep putting pressure like that on the goalie, it's going to go eventually.
Why have you guys been able to get your forecheck going more in game 2 and now here early in game 3?
I think just simplifying it through neutral zone. I think you're not trying to make that many plays, red line to blue line, just kind of getting it in and keeping the speed to be able to forecheck.
Appreciate the time. Good luck in the second.
Thank you.
Thanks to Pavel Zacha for joining us. He's brought to you by TD Bank. TD card holders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. So a scoreless first 20 minutes. Overall thoughts on what we saw so far?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I think that there are plays to be made there that they weren't making, or Lyon made a save. I mean, offensively, that backdoor pass to Middlestad, Zacha had 2 really good opportunities, 3 maybe. In fact, actually, yeah, he had 3 really good opportunities. He was in tight on the first one. Second one was a one-timer. The third one was a pass from Pastrnak on the power play that may have been intended for geeky backdoor, but Zacha's stick was there as well. So, and Lyon made a good save with his right pad on that. So, yeah, there have been chances there. Buffalo's had some opportunities. They've had some looks as well. Boston generally a pretty good job on the penalty kill. Power play becomes an issue again here for the Sabres, but that can change in a hurry. Krebs was given a questionable penalty, and I thought Zadorov was given a questionable penalty. Right. So that evens out. It evens out in that period. 5-on-5, pretty even. Pretty even, really. It's the Bruins have gone to a kind of a cross-corner dump more so than the wraparounds, it seems like. A concerted effort to do that, where they think that they can get some chances if you've got speed coming down the wing. Pastrnak had a great chance early in the first period. Certainly the physical play was there. McAvoy was really physical in that first period on a couple of hits, on both of them on Krebs, I believe. So it's, but not a lot of the post whistle scrum that we saw the other day. Not yet, anyhow.
Right.
That could change in a hurry, but it's been mostly just some chirping and some hits in between the whistles. So, I would have loved to see the Bruins come in here and dominate the first period. I just don't think it's not. I think the two teams are pretty. Somebody asked me today. Felger asked me today. He said, he thinks that the Sabres are a faster and a deeper team. And I said, maybe. I'm not sure how I answered it, but maybe. But the Bruins are a flawed team, but know how they have to play in order to win.
Right.
And if they stick to that game plan, it gives them a great chance to win. So, it balances itself out. And the Bruins, by and large, through the first 7 periods have done that. They deviate a little bit here and there. Obviously, the latter part of the third period in game 1, and certainly the latter part of the third period in game 2, and maybe the second period in game 1. But for the most part, they've held their ground and done that, and they can play with this team. This team was first in the Atlantic Division. You're going to be the underdog coming in, but you had 100 points. You had 100 points for a reason. Your goaltender's really good, and you stick to a game plan. And when you do stick to that game plan, you're harder to play against.
Well, and the Sabres, we talked about it going into the series. They like to open it up. They like to score. They can score off the rush. Certainly, a big part of their offense. And the Bruins have been able to limit their chances through the first 2+ games.
I mean, game 1, their goals came off the cycle.
Yeah,
they did not come off the rush. They had 4 men on a rush late in that period, and they didn't convert. It led to a penalty by Zadora, but they did, couldn't make the pass. But that was. That was Byram jumping up into the play. So you still have to be. You can't get beat up the ice by their defensemen, because they'll generate rush chances if you get beat back up the ice. The third forward for the Bruins has to be high. Okay, so that creates the 3-on-3. But then if you're one of the guys forechecking, you can't get beat back up the ice by one of their defensemen, and especially their top 4. They're always coming.
So it's the Bruins and the Sabres scoreless at the end of 1 here in Game 3 at TD Garden. A couple of penalties for either side in that first period, but both teams are 0 for 2 with the man advantage so far. The shots on goal through the first 20 minutes, 13-9 in favor of the Sabres. Bruins with a total of 16 attempts with 9 shots on goal. The Sabres with a total of 22 attempts, and 13 of theirs found their way to Jeremy Swayman, but he has stopped them all so far. Swayman coming in here 1-1 in the series, and 10-11 all time in his playoff career. Alex Lyon making just his 4th career start. Incidentally, in the playoffs, all of them have come against the Boston Bruins. The previous 3 as a member of the Florida Panthers back in 2023. So scoreless at the end of 1 here at TD Garden. When we come back, we will get a check of the Sports Hub headlines, and then we'll be back to get the second period underway on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
No components means no connection. New Power is a global distributor built for tight supply. We stock and source memory, CPUs, GPUs, ICs, and more. New Power keeps parts moving because parts don't sleep. Visit newpowerww.com. They're hiring.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
Get to the Declaration of Deal Sales event now at McGovern Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Boston, Newton, and Acton. Get a Ram Tough 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn Lone Star. Lease it for $379 a month for 27 months, 7,500 miles per year with $39.95 due at signing. Includes a 5-year or 60,000-mile powertrain limited warranty and a 3-year or 36,000-mile basic limited warranty. Get the McGovern Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Shop now at McGovernCJDRDealers.com. That's McGovernCJDRDealers.com. Take delivery by 4/30/26. Tax, title, license extra after all applicable offers and a $595 acquisition fee.
When I was a kid battling cancer, I met the runner who ran a marathon in my honor. I'm Kira. I'm running the Boston Marathon, presented by Bank of America for Massachusetts General Hospital, for a kid going through cancer treatment, just like I did.
Donate to Kira's cause at BofA.com/support Kira. Bank of America supports everyone who asks what's possible. What would you like the power to do? References to charitable organizations is not an endorsement by Bank of America Corporation.
Need a new roof for your home or business? Then call East Coast Metal Roofing, lifetime guaranteed roofs, and get 10% off during their Spring into Savings event when you mention me, Felger. Call 844-611-ECMR or visit eastcoastmetalroofing.com.
Save on tropical finds at Whole Foods Market. Get 4 yellow mangoes for $5 with Prime through April 28th. Make a vibrant fruit-loaded smoothie or a spicy salsa to top zesty tacos. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
The Revolution play on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins radio network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBCFM at HD Boston 98.5 The Sports Hub. Media Group Station. Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
The latest Bruins Authentics auction is live. Start placing your bids on Stadium Series game-used equipment and take home a unique collector's item. The auction features Jonas Corposello's custom goalie mask, Charlie McAvoy's helmet, David Pasternak's gloves, and more. Visit BruinsAuthentics.com to place your bids. The auction runs through next Thursday at 10 p.m. First period between the Hurricanes and Senators as we go around the NHL. Currently, Carolina up 1-0. Canes up 2-0 in the series. Tonight, the Avalanche will take on the Kings with Colorado up 2-0 in that series. Puck drop set for 10:30 in that one. The Yankees currently leading the Red Sox 4-2. Cody Bellinger with the go-ahead RBI single in the 7th for the Bombers. Mike Vrabel spoke with the media before the first round of the NFL draft and confirmed he'll be with his family during day 3 of the draft. The Patriots are slated to pick at number 31 overall tonight. And the Celtics and Sixers will play Game 3 Friday night in Philadelphia. Their series is tied at 1 game apiece. You can hear that game right here on 98.5 The Sports Hub, beginning with pregame at 6:30. Hey, Bruins fans, now's the time to lock in your group outing for the Bruins 2026-27 season. Place a $200 deposit and secure priority access for your group when tickets go on sale this summer. Whether you're hosting clients, planning a night out with family and friends, or taking part in one of our youth hockey experiences, you can bring your group to TD Garden and save on box office prices. Visit bostonbruins.com/groups to place your deposit. Bruins and Sabres scoreless after 1. We'll get back to RJ and Bob at TD Garden for period 2 when we get back on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins radio network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 49 years straight. Visit your New England Ford dealers today for great offers. A proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year total sales.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
Penalty kick.
out of the park.
From way downtown for a beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
Hey, it's Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. If you've spent years working in construction, the wear and tear on your body can add up. And what many people don't realize is that those conditions may actually entitle you to compensation. At Catches Law, we've won more for construction workers than any other law firm in New England. We understand the work, we understand the injuries, and we know how to win. If your job is taking a toll on your body, it's time to find out your options. Visit catcheslaw.com for a free consultation today. There's no fee unless you win.
Are you having a hard time making it through a day of work without foot pain or discomfort with things that used to be simple like walking the dog? You may be thinking there's no way that something as simple as the Good Feet store can help you, like Bill.
My feet would just ache, my back would hurt, my ankles, everything just hurt. And I'd seen the commercial several times before I finally said, I'm going to do this. And I'll be darned if it didn't work. I feel a million times better than I ever did.
Another satisfied customer of the Good Feet store is Wendy.
Since wearing my arch supports from the Good Feet store, my back pain is gone and my feet don't hurt as much. And as I look into the future without pain, I see myself being even more adventurous, joyful, and full of possibility.
Come to the Good Feet store today for your free fitting and test walk. We're in your neighborhood. Find the location nearest you and book your appointment at goodfeet.com. Good Feet arch supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Discover your options at the Good Feet store.
Earn your bachelor's degree online, quickly and affordably with UMass Lowell. Visit uml.edu/online.
With Popeye's new $5 faves menu, you can get this 3-piece chicken, this 3-piece tenders, this chicken sandwich, or these 2 regular sides for just $5 a piece. I know you can't see what I see, but trust me, those bold Louisiana flavors look so good, you might just have to get them all. Now there's an idea.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Price may vary. Terms apply.
The Celtics play on the Sports Hub.
Now again, top of the right circle. Quinn with a shot. Zucker in front. Banging at the rebound. Swayman trying to get it covered. And does. Ostlund just inside the Bruins line. Got it over to Doan for his shot. Glove stopped by Swayman. No rebound. 13 saves in that first period for Jeremy Swayman, 9 for Alex Lyon, and we are scoreless as we get ready to start the second period. 4 of the Bruins' 9 shots belong to Pavel Zacha, by the way.
And they were, every one of them was a good chance. You know, he had the right one where he was in alone. He was behind the defense. I think that was 2 of them because he got his own rebound there. He had the one-timer on the delayed penalty. And then the pass from Pastrnak on the power play.
Buffalo with 5 of their 13 shots coming on the man advantage. Bruins had 3 shots combined on their 2 power plays in that first period. So we get the second underway. Boston will go from right to left as the puck gets sent down into the Buffalo zone, but it'll be an early icing here against the Bruins.
Went back and watched, at the hotel after the game, after game 2, and it was Utah and Vegas, and they had a lot of icings. It was like it just kept happening.
Did you break out your pen, start counting?
No, I wasn't that invested.
Face-off win here by Buffalo. Samuelson coming toward the near side of the blue line.
That was the last year's thing.
Yeah. Pastrnak able to push it out of the zone. Geekie going to skate onto it coming up the right side. Tried to stutter step to get around Samuelson. Backhander toward the front. He had Elias Lindholm, but McLeod cut it off.
Good coverage by McLeod on the back check that time.
Out in the neutral zone. Pastrnak gets it from McAvoy. Sends it across ice. Geekie tracks it down the left wing circle. Around the boards to the far side. Zacha poked it off the wall, but taken away by Dahlin. Back out into neutral ice. Zadorov played it forward, but McLeod regains for Buffalo. McLeod deals it further back into his own zone for Dahlin and then heads off on a change. Dahlin starting from the far circle. Carries to the red line. Lofts one in toward Swayman. Goes bouncing toward the near corner. Zadorov. It's off past to Zacha near circle onto Arvidsson.
First touch, make a good pass. Zadorov does just that. Takes the hit to make a play.
Middlestat tried a shot blocked off by Power. Byram will play it up the middle. Krebs cutting to the left wing side will sweep it deep. Peak. And a hold off Krebs as they go crashing into the end wall. Zacha turns with it, gets it out in front for Middlestat. And Zadorov plays up the middle here for Arvidsson just outside the blue line. Zadorov whips it ahead. Here's Middlestat, right wing circle, driving toward the net with a backhander that goes wide on the short side. Power back out into neutral ice for the Sabres. Can't get it into the Bruins zone cleanly. Poked at by Tuck, but it's Hampus Lindholm who controls. Peak to Hampus. Skates to center ice. And to dump it toward the right wing side. And we had blocked at the blue line. Husnudinov tried to backhand it through Power. Couldn't get it in. Now Ostlund chased back deeper into his own zone by Husnudinov. Husnudinov goes down. Hagens turns and fires, but that shot gets blocked. Lohrei out of the blue line, couldn't hold. Higgins has Benson pushed up against the boards in front of the Bruins bench. Power will drop the puck back in his own zone for Byram. Byram standing just inside his own blue line. Sabres are changing. Now Timmins, as Byram heads back to the bench. Timmins comes out to his cross zone blue line and then fans on it.
They're trying that. So that's Ostlund that swung deep 3 times now. Now he's just going to go to the bench. If you're not going to give it to me, I'm going to the bench.
He's doing a lot of skating with nothing happening.
Well, that's so how do you break the 1-2-2? There's different philosophies on it. And that had Ostlund coming back deep, and he wanted that puck so he can come at the Bruins with speed, and he wasn't getting it.
Hampus Lindholm will backhand deep from the red line. Bruins will initiate a change. 3 minutes into this second period, we're still scoreless. Couple of big hits along the near wall. Kastelik and Jeannot on a couple of Sabres. Stanley circles back behind his net and takes a hit from Kastelik as well. On that far side, Corrali poked it back down low. Lyon goes out into the trapezoid, steers it toward the near side. Timmins will clear as he gets hit hard by Jeannot. McAvoy up the left side, finds Jeannot in the neutral zone. Gains entry, top of the left circle. Shot, scores! Tanner Jeannot gets the Bruins the lead here in the second.
Great to see the fourth line get on the board. A couple of big hits by both Kastelik and Jeannot. And Jeannot giving it to Timmins as he goes by him because Timmins got the stick up in Jeannot's face there as he moved the puck and Jeannot finished the hit. And then they attack, stay on side. Jeannot lets all the traffic go by him. And he's going to take this shot from the left wing side. It's going to go short side on Lyon. Kastelik runs a little interference, use Timmins as a screen, and then go short side, blocker side from the left wing circle on Lyon.
Tanner Jeannot with his first point of the postseason. He had 6 goals during the regular season, but none in the last 26 games.
He does so much for this team. I thought he had a good game in game 2. You know, and it's just good to see him get rewarded. He had a couple chances in tight in game 2. Third game in a row, the Bruins have scored the first goal of the game. McAvoy with the quick up, and it backs the Buffalo Sabres defense off. As Kastelik lets, or excuse me, as Jeannot lets Kastelik run through there.
Puck wheels around inside the Bruins zone. It'll come toward the back of the net. Zucker, his pass deflected by Zadorov, kept alive by Samuelson toward the near corner. Now Elias Lindholm will get the clear. At center ice, McLeod kicks it onto his stick, circles back toward his own blue line. Sabres moving left to right. McLeod dumps in. Peak. Puts Zucker to the boards far side.
Usually it's the fourth line that comes on after a goal scored, but they scored the goal.
Right. Here's Geekie. Free puck at the top of the circle. He'll turn up ice. Geekie brings through the center ice circle. Gives to Pasternak coming across the line to the far circle. Takes the shot. Lyon the save, and he gathers in the rebound.
He came way out that time. I mean, he stayed with Pasternak. Pasternak a little frustrated with himself there. You know, it's pretty much an even man rush here, but Pasternak holds, goes to his forehand, and Buffalo gets a little confused on their coverage. Deline comes over at the last second, but it's Lyon who comes way out. Might have been able to hold on to that puck and go around the left pad and then tuck it in from behind the goal line type of thing. Maybe.
Right.
I'm not going to second guess David Pasternak.
Pasternak with multiple points in each of the games of this series so far as Tage Thompson tries a shot that gets directed up and out of play. Pasta had 3 points, a goal and 2 assists in game 1, and then a pair of assists in game 2. At 5 points in the first 2 games gives him 92 career playoff points, ties him with Bobby Orr for 8th place in franchise history. As a face-off on the far circle, Thompson able to win it along the far wall. Turns toward the hash marks against McAvoy. Thompson steps in behind the net, comes around near side, out in front. Save made by Swayman, and the save made.
The pick by Krebs on McAvoy.
He's
McAvoy's
laying on top of McAvoy.
He's one-on-one, and Krebs steps right in front of him, knocks him down.
A moving pick right at the side of the net.
Moving. Oh. That was missed.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, leads to a great scoring chance for Tage Thompson.
Thompson's going behind the net. McAvoy's isolated with him. He's one-on-one with him and tries to cut in front of the net, and Krebs is there, and he moves into McAvoy, knocks him down, and doesn't let him pursue Thompson.
Face off inside the Bruins zone. 15:24 left here in the second. Boston up by a goal. Zacha and Tuck on that draw. Hampus Lindholm shoots up off the glass. It gets through Power at the blue line. And Byram will pursue back into his own zone. They're going to whistle that an icing. And Victor Arvidsson's got his arms extended. He did not think that should have been.
Yeah, there's more than one Bruin that agrees with Arvidsson.
So the face-off will go to the right of Jeremy Swayman this time. And Zacha against Noah Ostlund. Off the draw, puck comes through the slot. Hampus gives on to Middlestat. Back into the middle here for McAvoy, pursued by Benson. McAvoy gets it to Arvidsson, and out of the zone it comes. Arvidsson will play it across ice, near side Karam. Into the Buffalo zone. Power is there. Ostlund gives back to Power. Skating up towards center ice. On the right side for Benson, didn't connect. Hampus Lindholm and Benson collide. Zacha feeds Hagens coming out to his own blue line. Circles back with it. Now sends up the left side. And Hustadinov tips it in past Byram. Power in the near corner. Harassed by Hustadinov. Puck comes behind the net. Ostlund is there for the Sabres. Takes a hit from Minton. Hagens take away. A centering pass. And Hustadinov.
Power was able to get to him at the last second.
Byram brings the Sabres forward. Doan trying to get it in front. Blocked by Lohrei as they get tangled toward the far corner. Puck comes back toward the blue line.
Almost too many men.
Oh, Dahlin had jumped on. Byram was headed back toward the bench, and then the puck came from behind him.
Looks like Dahlin had gotten at least his feet off the ice, so trying to get back onto the bench.
Cloud takes a hit from Aspero. Lohrei will send it around the far side. Dahlin is waiting for it at the left point. Throws one toward the net. And Swayman able to cover that up as Lohrei knocks Zucker down right in front of the crease.
Yeah, Zucker trying to locate that loose puck. I think it was a good non-call on the too many men, but it was close.
6 minutes gone here in this second period. And the Bruins in the lead by 1. We'll have another defensive zone face-off coming up here. Bring out Lindholm, Pasternak, and Geekie here in the defensive zone.
Not a lot of space right now. It's pretty tight.
Yeah.
You know, the Bruins trying to come out of their own zone. You know, a couple short passes, good support.
Elias wins that face-off back into the far corner. Peak sent it up the wall. Quinn gets a stick on it. But now it's Elias to take away. He's got Geekie on the left wing side. Dumps it in from the red. Around the far side boards. Peak at the blue line. Tried a shot blocked by McLeod. Kept alive though. Lindholm on to Geekie. Turns on the far wall. Zadorov high slot. Chopped off his stick. He goes down.
Get back.
And it's a jailbreak here. 5-on-2. Quinn right circle. Shot. Saved by Swayman. Does he have it covered? There's the whistle. As Geekie wipes out his man in front. But a penalty on the way, it looks like.
Where's the penalty to Sanderson for whacking away when the goaltender has the puck covered? That's why Geekie went after him. Now Zadorov's going after Sanderson as well.
Yeah. So it looks as though Buffalo will have a power play when we come back. 13:31 to go in the second. And the Bruins have a 1-0 lead. Here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Ah, New England spring. We're so ready to get outside and celebrate with all the deliciousness from Big Y. Charcuterie expertly plated, oh so nicely. Shrimp with cocktail sauce, chilled and spicy. Spiral ham glazed to perfection. Candies, cakes, and other sweet confections. Ah, yes, spring has finally sprung. Big Y. Nicely done.
Yard needs work, car needs work. Kids want a puppy. At GFA Federal Credit Union, we take care of your money so you can focus on what matters. Learn more at gfascu.com. Member NCUA.
With oil, natural gas, and electricity prices all over the place, propane prices are staying steady at $2.70 to $3.50 a gallon, depending on usage and tank size. Visit bursawgasanoil.com today.
Wedgwood Pines Country Club in Stowe is now accepting membership applications. Enjoy a full championship golf facility, heated pool complex with swim lessons, and food and beverage service. Learn more at wedgwoodpines.com.
60 miles per hour on a sunny day. Ooh, I wonder who that text is from. Pickleball group chat. Fishing trip. Girl from the dog park. You really want to take a quick look. What's the big deal? In that quick look, you'll travel 100 yards with your eyes off the road. Imagine what you'll miss, or worse, what you'll hit. That text isn't a text, it's a crash. This message is brought to you by the Massachusetts Office of Grants and Research.
This is Boston's home for sports.
Bruins with a 1-0 lead, 13:31 left second period, but Buffalo will go to the power play as Morgan Geekie is called for a cross-check after Jeremy Swayman had covered the puck and after Matthias Samuelsson had taken a few different whacks at him.
They got beat up the ice. That was 5-man rush. Swayman, did he have the puck covered? 1, 2, 3 pokes at it, but if the puck was loose, then I don't blame him. And he shouldn't get a penalty. And the referee didn't blow the whistle, but I don't see a loose. Now, I bet eventually after the third poke, I see the loose puck.
Puck was under his pads until Samuelsson jarred it free.
No doubt that Geekie wiped him out. But
yeah, it was a slow whistle. 13:31 left in the second. Third power play chance of the night for Buffalo. Bruins have had a pair as well. Off this face-off, Minton on his knees. Puck is underneath him. Hampus Lindholm got it to the blue line, but not out. Dahlin, long shot, skims off the outside of the net. McAvoy got it along for Husnudinov. It's wrestled toward the corner by Tuck. Kicked along the wall. It'll come back to Dahlin. Stepping in from the left point. Over to Quinn. Right circle. Shot. Save made by Swayman. Puck squirts free. Loose puck to Dahlin to Thompson. He shot it into a pile. Somehow it doesn't go. And it gets covered by Swayman. Bruins had several bodies in front of the net as Swayman was down and out.
Swayman is giving it to the referee right now because he had the puck covered and was chopped off of him. So it's 2 plays in a row.
Yeah, he had it in the crook of his arm. And Zucker reached in with a stick and knocked it free.
Yeah, he's staying out of the fray when it comes to the Sabres, but he let the referee know at that time.
Minton, McAvoy, and Hampus Lindholm were all stacked up in front of that
Zucker
net.
Keeps jabbing away at it as well after he covers it. Yeah, Zucker poked it free when it was in his arm. And I don't know how this puck stays out. Thompson with the best chance, but he's got to go through 3 Bruins plus Swayman, who got himself back into position.
Minute 34 left on the Geekie penalty. 13:04 to go second period. As Tuck gets tossed out of the face-off circle here for the Sabres.
Now we're starting to get a little bit more...
a little more activity after whistles.
Yeah, intensity is the wrong word because the intensity's been there, but you're trying to be, you want to have it under control as well, right?
Yeah. Corrali and Thompson on the face-off. Hampus gets it back to McAvoy, who fires it hard around the glass.
Got a bad bounce, but
came to Kastelik, thankfully, and clears.
Hit a stanchion and stayed in the zone.
Puck will be brought to the neutral zone by Thompson. Cutting in across the right wing side. Hampus Lindholm takes the puck away and sends it all the way down.
Well,
Quinn starts it forward here again for Buffalo. Minute 5 to go on their power play. Zucker into the middle for Quinn. Broken up by McAvoy. Minton clears. Dahlin comes back to collect it from line. Sabres captain comes through the red line all the way to the Boston blue, then wheels it back toward his own blue line, and McLeod carries forward from there. Gains entry. Right circle. Gives to Dahlin up top. Again, McLeod, right circle. Down toward the side of the net. An attempted centering pass by Oslin gets deflected out of the zone.
Good stick from Zadorov.
30 seconds left on the Buffalo power play. Under 12 minutes to go second period. Dahlin will leave it behind in his own zone. McLeod will skate it forward. To the red line, to the Boston Blue. Dances toward the high slot. Throws one toward the front. And Swayman able to knock that away from Doan. And the puck gets cleared back out, but goes into the bench. So the faceoff will come back into Bruins territory with 10 seconds left on the Sabres power play.
Yeah, McLeod, pretty good entry that time, but the Bruins trying to stay disciplined in their positioning. He's got good speed, McLeod does. So you got to respect that, but keep him from the middle of the ice, from especially in a dangerous. He's going to pull up and he's going to look late, try to get set up in the offensive zone. I'd love to see them be able to snuff that out, at the blue line before he can get in there, but.
McLeod had 14 goals during the regular season, none of them on the power play. Shorthanded is his specialty. He led the league this year with 5 shorthanded goals. As the Bruins get a quick clear off of this faceoff, and that will do it for the penalty. So 3 for 3 tonight on the penalty kill, and a 1-0 lead, 11.5 to go in the second. As Byram regains here entry for the Sabres. His shot forced up over the net. Near side boards, Geekie couldn't get it past Power. Second effort does. At center ice, Pasternak will drop it back. Campus over to the far side for McAvoy. His pass snuffed out by Doan. Kozak regains into the Bruins zone. Left circle, throws one in front, and Swayman scoops it up as Benson was right there.
McAvoy right in front of the Sabres bench trying to move that puck up. It got knocked out of the air. And then this pass across from the left wing side, looking for Benson backdoor, but Swayman doesn't let it get to Benson. He's done that a few times in this series.
17 saves on the night so far for Jeremy Swayman. He has faced 37 and 36 shots apiece in the first 2 games.
Yeah, the majority of those shots in game 2 came, 10 minutes ago or so?
20 of them in the third period, I think, the other night. Aspero will steer it up to the far side for Corrali, but hits his skate and going to kick down for an icing against the Bruins.
Yeah, a tough pass for him to take. He's trying to take it on the backhand, but it goes off his skate down, and that's after winning a faceoff inside your own zone. So the line change now for the Sabres with that top line coming out. No go against Corrali's line.
Face off again to the right of Swayman here. Kastelik and Peyton Krebs.
And it's Aspero and Lori on defense because they didn't kill penalties, right?
Right. Look, wrapped around near side. They get it out of the zone. Jeannot able to get it forward. Corrali 2-on-1. Corrali near circle. A crossing pass for Kastelik. And it gets all the way through.
To make that a little sooner.
On the near side boards, Corrali gets it to Kastelik, stepping right to the back of the net. Like the puck back there, Corrali fights off a check, gets into the far corner with it. Try to turn against Thompson. Both guys end up hitting the deck. Dahlin with the puck comes out from behind his net to the near side. Krebs fumbles it near his own blue line and just has to bat it into the neutral zone. Middlestat trying to push it back in, but on a delayed offside, Bruins will have to clear. And now Samuelson's stick snapped in half, turned over. Arvidsson gets pulled down from behind by Dahlin. Penalty shot coming. Samuelson's stick was compromised. He went to pass that puck. It fell apart. And Arvidsson was going to walk right to the net. Dahlin took him down.
Penalty shot foul from behind. /26 Buffalo.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this happen to players. Unfortunately, we saw it happen to Hampus Lindholm in the game 1. Not exactly the same thing, but now we'll see Victor Arvidsson convert here on the penalty shot.
Victor Arvidsson, who had 2 goals in game 2, a chance to double up the Bruins' lead here in the second period. The right-handed shot picks up the puck at center ice, cuts over to the right wing circle, coming in front, tried to go forehand, stick side, and Lyon was there to make the save.
Okay, it's kind of a. Yeah, he just got a piece of it. It's kind of a a toss-up. Like, do you want the power play or do you want a penalty shot?
I know. It's kind of an all-in type of a gamble, right? But so with 10-10 to go here in the second, still 1-0 Bruins lead. As Arvidsson's penalty shot is denied. Face off in the near circle down to our left. Minton will get tossed out of there, so it'll be Husnudinov against McLeod. Off the draw, Timmins will push it back behind his own net. Stanley starts the Sabres forward. Gives back over to Timmins near side. Pass out of the reach of McLeod. Peak inside the Bruins zone. Under pressure along the near side circle. Minton into the middle for Hagens. Stumbled to a knee. Able to keep it moving forward to Husnudinov. Around behind Lyon, who comes out to play it. Shot it into the far corner. Another funny hop out of there. And the Bruins trying to keep alive. Minton kicking that puck along the far wall. Stanley started to back away from it, and it stopped in front of him. He was able to regain. Timmins on to the near side for Zucker, and back over to Stanley with a little space. Timmins coming to center ice. Left side, here's Quinn. Walks to the circle, toward the slot. Shot forced wide by Peak. Back down low it comes. Peak and Zucker battling for it. Peak has it, chips off the glass and out. Power back in his own blue line. Ostlund now at center ice. Skates in across the left wing side. To the circle, to the corner. Centering pass, came all the way through. And shooting and scoring is Bowen Byram. Pass from the left wing corner all the way across to the right circle. And Byram ties the game at 1.
Yeah, Ostlund was able to get into the zone, and he's just going to go wide to this left wing side. But the Bruins, they almost overplay it a little bit, coming back into the zone. They've got numbers back there. And this shot actually deflects off of James Hagens and goes up and over the shoulder. Hagens tries to block this shot. They've got 4 guys back off the rush here, but it leaves Byram open in the right wing circle. And like I said, it deflects off the stick or body there of Hagens in front of the net.
So the defenseman Bowen Byram with goals in back-to-back games, and we're all even with 9 minutes to go here in the second period. Byram scored 11 in 82 games during the regular year. Jeannot played it forward to the Buffalo zone. He's got the lone Bruins goal so far. He and Greenway get tangled up, and they're going to call Jeannot for a penalty here. Greenway indicating he got clipped with a high stick. And so Buffalo will have a power play when we come back with 8:48 to go in the second period.
Boston Bruins, number 84, 2 to minor, high sticking.
Bruins 1, Sabres 1. Here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Honda Spring Event. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic, a 4.49% APR on a 2026 Civic Hybrid, or a 3.49% APR on a 2026 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R.
Hey, it's Patrice Bergeron. Every great play starts with an assist. That's why Avidia Bank and I are taking assists for kids beyond the rink. For every Boston assist, Avidia Bank donates $75 up to $30,000 to provide $150 max saving accounts for local kids. And Franklin Sports is donating $7,000 in street hockey equipment, giving us $37,000 to help kids get out and play. Because every kid deserves the chance to play and fall in love with the game, just like I did. I'm proud to team with Avidia Bank and Franklin Sports for assists for kids. Learn more at avidiabank.com/Team Bergeron. Avidia Bank, honest to goodness. Member of the IC, member DIF.
Hey, it's Ian Herzig, Project Director at Blue Sky Restoration Contractors. When water and storm damage hit, time's of the essence. The longer you wait, the more extensive the damage can become. At Blue Sky, we offer fast, 24/7 emergency response to minimize damage and restore your property quickly. And because of the size of our staff and number of locations across New England, we're there in no time and get to work quickly. So when disaster strikes your property, don't panic, but don't wait either. Visit goblusky.com and we'll be there. Blue Sky Restoration, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
Bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.99% APR on a 2026 CR-V or a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Passport. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Boston Sports Talk, the Sports Hub.
Fans, come cheer on the Boston Bruins in the 2026 playoffs presented by Rapid 7. Tickets for all games here at TD Garden are on sale now. Bring your family and friends down to Causeway and be part of the electric postseason atmosphere. Visit bostonbruins.com/playoffs to lock in your seats. Sabres have drawn even 1-1, 8:48 to go in the second, and now Buffalo gets their 4th power play of the game. High sticking minor against Tanner Jeannot.
got his stick up there on Greenway in a battle.
Off a faceoff, Minton comes diving out to block a potential attempt by Rasmus Dahlin. Near corner, Quinn try to play it around Hampus Lindholm. Linesman gets wiped out as Bruins get the clear.
Thought that puck actually hit him and stayed in the zone, but he got up.
Dahlin circles back from his own blue line to Thompson on the right. He leaves it at center ice. Quinn picks it up on the fly, turns it over to Kastelik. Kastelik down the right circle, takes the shot, Lyon the save. Long rebound gathered by Corrali.
Same chance he had in game 2.
Yeah. Dahlin with a pass out into the neutral zone. And a turnover at the Boston blue line. Hampus will play it back off the far wall. And then Kastelik takes it away from Quinn. Just inside the Buffalo blue line, wrestling along the far boards. Thompson will pull that puck free. Kastelik getting in Quinn's face, and now we'll head off onto the bench. Thompson skates it slowly to the Boston line. Hands off there to Tuck. Dahlin backhands it along to the far side. Stepping in Quinn. It goes down low to Thompson. Back up top for Dahlin. 50 seconds left on the power play. Thompson left circle. Back to Dahlin, center blue line. Right side for Quinn out near the line. And then a pass for Dahlin. Jumped over his stick, but he able to track it down. Thompson gets tripped up against McAvoy. Bruins get the clear.
Yeah, Thompson wanted a penalty there for taking his legs out from under him.
30 seconds left on the Jeannot penalty. 7:15 to go second period. 1-1 our score. Byram got it to Doan. He'll leave it in the neutral zone for McLeod. McLeod rushes into the Boston end. Benson along the right wing side. Back to Byram at the center of the blue line. On to Benson. He circles back along the blue line, taking it toward the left wing circle. Back up top again, Byram. Take the shot. Dealt it to his left for Ostlund. Back to Byram. One-timer. Glove stop. Swayman with Doan right in front. Hangs on with 1 second left on the Buffalo power play.
Yeah, Doan was in front, but I do think Swayman saw that and was able to see it, I should say. A lot of perimeter play there for the Sabres. They haven't really gotten anything. They've had trouble entering the zone. That led to a Kastelik opportunity. Wasn't a clear-cut breakaway, but he's coming down the right side with some space, trying to go blocker side. And a lot of perimeter where Byron gets a shot away from the middle of the ice up top.
Sabres allowed 6 shorthanded goals during the regular season. Kastelik has had a couple of opportunities here in this series after turning pucks over in the neutral zone.
He had Corrali going to the net on the far side, too, if you wanted to try that.
Face off in the near circle. Zacha wins it. McAvoy in a battle with Benson. Bruins get the clear. Jeannot out of the box, and he will send the puck deep. Heads off for a change. Power back behind Lyon. Buffalo now 0 for 4 on the power play tonight and 0 for 13 in the series. Aspero in the near corner. Kicks it to the back of the net for McAvoy. Around the far side. Geekie waiting for it. He'll deal it back in for McAvoy, and to the near circle he comes.
Good patience right there.
McAvoy lobs one across into the far corner. Geekie will track it down. Send it around near side, but Power cut it off rather. Doan out near his own blue line. Kicked out of the zone by Ostlund. And gets it to Byram, but can't find the handle coming into the Boston zone. Geekie, near circle. Well, drop it back for Lohrei, back behind Jeremy Swayman with 5:55 to go in the period. Lohrei still standing back behind the net.
Pastrnak swung deep. He wanted that puck.
Pass comes to Middlestat instead in the neutral zone. Gains entry over to Pastrnak, moving toward the high slot. Taking off his stick. Ostlund will get it back out into the neutral ice. Lohrei to Arvidsson. Lofts one high into the air. Bouncing down near circle. Samuelson to Greenway, and the Sabres come back out. Greenway chips to the right wing corner. Shovels it around toward the far side. Dahlin takes a bump. Got it to Mallenstein. Hustling out toward the blue line to keep that alive. Peek a takeaway far corner, and Zacha will lift it high and out of the zone. H. Thompson shoots it off the near wall into the neutral ice. Dahlin will get it back to him coming out of the Buffalo end. Through the neutral zone, goes down. Tuck plays it around behind Swayman, and Krebs trying to bank it in off the Bruins goaltender. Thompson out near the right point here, backing toward the center of the blue line. Shot gets blocked. Middlestat now cleared by Zadorov. That one won't have enough juice to get down for an icing. Bruins get a change on here with 4:40 to go. Samuelson's pass to the right side for McLeod. Tuck just inside the Bruins line. Got to bat it away from Minton. Boston regains, though. Husnudinov trying to push it up the left side. Cut off at the red line by Timmins. That gets tucked back into the Boston zone. McLeod buried by McAvoy in behind the net. Husnudinov in a battle back there with Zucker. Asborough got involved as well. Pass out in the middle. Hagens. That's sniped by a shot there, and puck was touched with a high stick in the middle of all that as Hagens a little slow in regaining his skates. Take a break. 4:09 to go here in the second period. It's the Bruins 1 and the Sabres 1 in Game 3 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
This hockey season, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation donated $50,000 to the Greater Boston Food Bank and have graciously agreed to continue the Feeding Puck for Families initiative throughout Boston's playoff run. This means, once again, every time Boston feeds the puck to help score a goal, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation will continue to donate $100 to help end hunger here in our local communities. Tune into the games on 98.5 The Sports Hub and learn more about feeding the puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feed the puck.
At TD, they know when the lights are at their brightest, Boston is at its boldest, and the fans are at their loudest. This city was built for the playoffs, and they can't wait to cheer alongside you every step of the way, from puck drop to the final buzzer. TD, Bank of the Boston Bruins.
Champions play here. The Sports Hub.
Tie game, 4:09 to go here in the second period. Each team with their one goal in this game coming here in the second. Tanner Jeannot from Charlie McAvoy at 3:26 gave the Bruins the lead. Bowen Byram from Noah Ostlund and Owen Power at 10:58, evening things up. Hampus Lindholm going to drive one deep into Buffalo territory. At the back of the net, Timmins able to avoid an on-rushing Jeannot. Doan brings out into neutral ice. Deflected puck gets onto the left side for Stanley. Turning against Lori, far side boards. Turns it over in the corner. Puck played out to the blue line, but not out. Back toward Benson. Sends one toward the slot. Hooked on toward Kastelik by Lori, and the Bruins do get the clear.
3.5 minutes ago in this period, I would say a little too much time spent in your own zone here in this period. They haven't been in a ton of trouble, 5-on-5 wise, but they have not spent a lot of time the Bruins have in Buffalo zone.
John Corrali going to get into the Buffalo zone here and get it down toward the end boards. Pasternak shoving Timmins into that far corner, but Timmins able to fight him off. Doan lobs one back through center ice, knocked down out of the air by Zadorov with a high stick.
It's a hand pass. Fans, hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
They'll face it off just outside the Boston blue line here with 3:09 to go in the second. Series tied at 1. Game tied at 1. As Krebs beats Elias Lindholm on the faceoff. Power to Byram at center ice. He dumps it hard into the left wing corner, rimming around toward the near side. Zadorov reversed it, and Peak will play it up the far wall. Pasternak directs it out. That one will get just far enough for an icing, and so bring it back down into the Bruins zone for another faceoff.
Yeah, he redirects that pass into the middle, but it had a lot of heat on it, so Power back. I don't know if he went full speed, but close enough.
Face off to the right of Swayman. Krebs gets a warning. A little over anxious. And then on the the second try. Puck comes toward the slot. Geekie able to wrestle Thompson away from that puck right in front of the net.
It's a really good defensive play by Geekie there.
Puck out of the near corners at Orov from a knee. Played it up the wall. Power moving it toward the middle, but it comes out of the zone. And Byram back to Thompson at center ice. Thompson gets back into the Bruins' end. 2.5 to go in the period. Pastrnak gets a deflection on a pass. Power from the left circle. Shot blocked by Peak. And Geekie out of the far corner will lift one all the way down the ice, and it goes in on goal. Lyon makes the save there on a 200-footer. Crowd gives him a little cheer, especially after told that Luukkonen allowed to Geekie in game 2. Here's Arvidsson chasing it back into the Buffalo zone against Samuelsson. They go into the corner. Arvidsson able to get it free. Zacha to McAvoy, stepping in for a shot. Saved by Lyon. Long rebound. Will be pushed out of the zone by Quinn. McLeod near side boards. Turns away from the Zacha check. On to Zucker out near the blue line. Tried to shoot, fanned on it, got it back. Dahlin right circle. His shot tipped up into the air, landing down in front of the net. Arvidsson gets drilled by Dahlin as the clearing effort gets blocked at the blue line. McLeod trying to get it in front. It was blocked. Zucker at the back of the net. Back to McLeod right circle. Samuelsson high slot. Shot blocked by Arvidsson. Dahlin far boards. Overskated the puck and then wiped out. Zach able to get the clear. McLeod able to keep that from turning into anything, as both teams will start to change here with 1:14 to go in the period.
Yeah, that's kind of emblematic of the way the period has gone. Too much time in your own zone. And a lot of it, they haven't been in a ton of trouble. There's been a couple of instances, a couple of sequences, but they get the one shot at the offensive end, and all of a sudden the Sabres coming right back at you. You can't sustain an attack down there.
Sabres able to hold their blue line as the Bruins tried to gain entry. Stanley off the far side circle will play it back out towards center ice. Punched out of the air by Hampus Lindholm. Doan gets it right back to the Boston line. Hagens and Doan along the near side boards. Puck toward the slot. Grabbed by Lohrei. 38 to go in the period. Lohrai's pass overshot Hagens. Timmins on to Ostlund. Doan gives it back to Ostlund, coming to the right wing side. Just inside the Boston line. Centering pass is blocked. Doan goes down. Near side circle. Puck is grabbed by Husnudinov and cleared. 20 seconds left in the period. Let's try to get some changes on Buffalo as well, as Power skates back towards center ice. Cutting to the left. Pumped off stride by Kastelik. Lohrei takes the hit to get the puck out of the zone with 5 to go in the period. Byram backing into his own end. He'll hold it and let the period expire. So Tanner Jeannot and Bowen Byram, the goal scorers in that second period. And at the end of 40 minutes here in game 3, it's the Bruins 1 and the Sabres 1. We'll be back with our second intermission coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event. Check out the rugged Honda Pilot, Ridgeline, CR-V, and Passport, all from the 2025 Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.49% APR on a 2026 Pilot, a 2.99% APR on a 2026 CR-V, or a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Passport or 2026 Ridgeline.
See dealer for financing details. Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bruins.
Looking to boost your career? UMass Lowell graduates enjoy the highest mid-career salaries among all public research universities in Massachusetts. Explore UMass Lowell's graduate degrees at uml.edu/success.
With Popeye's new $5 faves menu, you can get this 3-piece chicken, this 3-piece tenders, this chicken sandwich, or these 2 regular sides for just $5 a piece. I know you can't see what I see, but trust me, those bold Louisiana flavors look so good, you might just have to get them all. Now there's an idea.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Price may vary. Terms apply.
The NBA playoffs are here, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, boosts every game day the whole postseason. When the lights get brightest, the best players in the world show you exactly who they are. Playoff stars turn it up round by round, and DraftKings turns it up too, with a profit boost available every single game day, from the first round all the way to the finals. New Sportsbook customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SPORTSHUB so you're ready for the moment. That's code SPORTSHUB to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA bet boost restrictions apply and vary when offered. Boost only applies to winnings. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. Limited time offer.
It's Jim from Ace Ticket. Spring is finally here and Boston is back. Your Boston Celtics are back in the playoffs and the Red Sox are back. Be there at the Celtics for the Boston Garden Party or the Red Sox game at Fenway Park. Call 1-800-MY-SEATS or visit aceticket.com before they're gone.
The game is on the Sports Hub.
McAvoy up the left side, finds Janot in the neutral zone. Gains entry, top of the left circle, shot, scores! Tanner Janot gets the Bruins the lead here in the second. Unfortunately, Buffalo would answer back and tie the game at 1, and that's where we are. Second intermission here at TD Garden in Game 3 of this best-of-7 series, with the teams even at 1 win apiece. Back alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. You mentioned it toward the end of that period, but Bruins spending a little bit too much time for comfort in the defensive zone, especially in the latter half of that period. What's Buffalo doing, or what are the Bruins doing wrong?
Well, they're not establishing a forecheck.
Yeah.
They were able to get out of the zone. There was only a couple shifts where maybe they got stuck in there a little bit. There was one power play shift, obviously, that Tage Thompson had a great chance. Everybody was right around Swayman. Middle of the period, there was some hacking and whacking going on around Swayman, and the Bruins ended up getting shorthanded a couple times. And they've been really good on the PK. Kaslik had a great chance on the penalty kill. They've done a real good job of keeping most of it to the outside. They've got 12 block shots to Buffalo's 5. You could say that's a good thing, or you could say
shows
you're spending too much time in your own zone. So, and in that period, right, block shots in the first period, when you look at them, there were only 2 in the first period. So they had 10 in that second period. So they were scrambling a bit, and some of it was shorthanded, but some of it was 5-on-5 as well. I think if they can establish the forecheck, they had no sustained attack in that period. Arvidsson picks one off, and he gets chopped down. Well, picks it off because Samuelson breaks his stick, but he gets taken down, so he gets a penalty shot. Janot's goal was off the rush. Pasternak's really good chance where he was moving left to right, and line came way out at him. That was off the rush. So they haven't established the half-court game. They haven't established that offensive zone. Let's win battles down low. Let's make those D work, and let's get chances working the puck low to high, maybe back down low behind the net, and force the Sabres to defend. They haven't done enough of that, and they haven't been good enough at that, especially in the second period here so far today.
So the one goal the Bruins have is Tanner Janot. As you mentioned, it comes off the rush, but it comes at the tail end of a really good shift for that fourth line, where he and Kastelik were throwing their weight around quite a bit.
Physical presence, they know the temperature of the game. They're pretty smart that way about it, and knowing when things need to get ramped up, or just their role. They embrace their role, and that's to be physical every time. You chirp a little bit, be tough, try to get under their skin, a little bit. There's not a lot of guys that are going to, challenge them. So, Stanley's a big guy, whatever.
Sure.
But it's not about fighting at this time of year. It's about you can't play that role and not be able to get there to make that hit. Both of those guys can get there to make that hit. And they threw their weight around, and that was a good up by McAvoy, right? Quick up the left wing side. And even though Kastelik doesn't get a point on it, he drives the D back by driving the net, and he takes the defenseman out. it's a kind of a pick, but it's not going to be called a pick, right? He just goes right at him, and that allows Jeannot to step into it and take ice into that left wing circle to a better position to take the shot. So nice job by him. And you also had, I think it was Corrali was over on the right wing side as well. So they got to respect that pass. But yeah, really good shift by that line. So, a guy like Pastrnak, he was frustrated after he didn't finish that one off. The chance he had in the second period, the body language was frustrating, and even Geeky, like they're concerned a little bit about positioning defensively, and I get that, and that's where they found the balance in game 2 versus game 1. Now they need to find a balance in the third period. You're tied up at 1, going into the third. You're in a good position. Buffalo's saying the same thing. Look, we had a good period. You keep pushing them. Keep breaking that puck out of our zone. Can the Bruins have the extra gear now to establish a forecheck and have some of that sustained attack? Some of it says, well, Buffalo might have, that was their best period. Now it's up to the Bruins to find their best period. But others will say that, all right, let's keep that momentum going the way that we've had it here in that second period. Shots aren't, there's not a huge disparity in shots because of the Bruins have blocked some, but attempts is a decent gap between the Bruins and the Sabres. The Sabres have had more, and it shows you that the Bruins have not played enough in the offensive zone.
This is the first time in this series the Bruins won't carry a lead into the third period here. It's a tie game at the end of 2. Again, both of the goals in this game coming in that second period. Tanner Jeannot's first of the postseason, assisted by Charlie McAvoy at the 3:26 mark. But then the Sabres tie it up on the goal by Bowen Byram, who scores in back-to-back games. Noah Ostlund and Owen Power getting the assist on his goal at the 10:58 mark, and we are even heading to the third period. Time now for our Music of the Game, brought to you by Live Nation. Summer in Boston just got hotter. Tim McGraw, the Pawn Shop Guitar Tour, July 30th at Fenway Park with special guests The Chicks and Lady A. Get tickets now at livenation.com. We'll check the Sports Hub headlines when we return on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
No components means no connection. New Power is a global distributor built for tight supply. We stock and source memory, CPUs, GPUs, ICs, and more. New Power keeps parts moving because parts don't sleep. Visit newpowerww.com. They're hiring. Spring is here, and that means it's time to upgrade those old appliances. Doyon's annual warehouse sale is back Friday, May 15th and Saturday, May 16th in North Andover. Shop incredible deals on open box, scratch and dent, and discontinued appliances. Many still brand new in the box. Save up to 80% off retail on top brands and upgrade your home for a fraction of the price. If your appliances are on their last leg, don't miss the Doyon's warehouse sale. 2 days only, May 15th and 16th in North Andover. For more information on Doyon's warehouse sale, head to doyonsappliance.com.
After months of harsh winter weather, the first signs of spring begin to emerge. The $15 million Magnificent Million scratch tickets with 5 second-chance drawings and a top prize of $15 million. Absolutely magnificent. Also making its debut, the $4 million Extreme Cash scratch tickets with a bonus spot and a $4 million top prize. This ticket truly soars. See some green with the newest scratch tickets from the Mass Lottery. Must be 18 or older to play.
With energy prices all over the map, make the switch to propane. Bursar Gas and Oil has kept propane prices steady all winter long. Visit bursargasanoil.com today. Bursar delivers what others promise.
At Citizens, we help make sense of your money and all your money questions.
Is there a right way to prep for my future?
Do I keep renting or finally buy?
How big of a nest should my nest egg be?
Is cash still king?
If money talks, what's it say to me?
Can I become king of the hill in Beacon Hill?
Whatever money questions you have, Citizens has the answers. Make sense of your money at citizensbank.com/made-ready. Member FDIC.
During Window Nation's current sale, the more you buy, the more you save. You could save up to 50% on new windows for your entire home. Plus, you could get them with 0% interest for 5 years. Sale ends soon, so visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
Your hot takes on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZFM at HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, let's go around the NHL real quick. What's going on tonight? First period, check that second period between the Hurricanes and Senators. Carolina still up 1-0 in that one. The Canes are up 2-0 in the series. Tonight, the Avalanche will take on the Kings. Colorado up 2-0 in that series. Puck drop set for 10:30 in that game. The Red Sox, they've lost 5 of their last 6 games after the Yankees completed their sweep tonight at Fenway Park. 4-2 was the final. Peyton Tolley did strike out 11. Gave up just 1 earned run, but it wasn't enough. Next up for the Sox, a series with Baltimore beginning Friday night. Mike Vrabel spoke with the media before the first round of the NFL draft to confirm that he will not be available or with the team during day 3 of the draft. Patriots are slated still to pick at number 31 overall tonight. And as expected, Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza went number 1 overall to the Las Vegas Raiders. Celtics and Sixers will play game 3 Friday night in their series. Series tied 1 game apiece. You can catch that game right here on 98.5 The Sports Hub with pregame beginning at 6:30. Tonight in the NBA, the Hawks are massaging a 10-point lead over the Knicks. That series is tied at 1. Cavs are up 38-36 on the Raptors. 2-zip Cavs in that series. And a little later, the Timberwolves and Nuggets will get underway. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Valvoline. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. The Bruins and Sabres are tied at 1. We'll get back to RJ and Bob at TD Garden for the third period when we get back on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You know, everyone's got their spot, that place you head to for a great meal, drinks with friends, or takeout for the family. For me, that spot is 110 Grill in Hanover. The food's top-notch, the drinks are awesome, and the menu has something for everyone. Next time you're looking for your spot, go find your 110. Visit 110grill.com to find a location near you.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 49 years straight. Visit your New England Ford dealers today for great offers. A proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year total sales.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado. TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. Blue Sky Restoration. Tune in to hear this date in history being restored by Blue Sky all season long. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. And your Boston area Lexus dealers. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
New 94 Octane, available exclusively at Sunoco, the highest octane on the market. It's the fuel you need to help unlock your engine's full potential. So if you're the kind of driver who's serious about what's under your hood, then there's only one fuel that can drive the performance you demand from your car. 94 Octane. Nothing else will match it. Go to Sunoco.com to find a participating station near you.
For nearly 4 decades, WellPoint has proudly provided health coverage to Massachusetts residents through the Group Insurance Commission. If you're insured through the GIC, WellPoint offers a variety of plan options to meet your needs with comprehensive medical benefits. Based right here in Massachusetts, WellPoint is committed to supporting state and municipal employees and their families who serve our Commonwealth. WellPoint is here for your whole health, physical, mental, emotional, and social well-being. To learn more, visit wellpointmass.com.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
Penalty kick.
out of the park!
From way downtown for a
Beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
Looking to boost your career? Explore UMass Lowell's graduate degrees at uml.edu/success. Get started May 18th at UMass Lowell.
Wendy's OG Spicy Chicken Sandwich just got a total upgrade. Yep, we completely revamped the recipe. New softer bun, tangy pickles, creamy mayo, and crispier chicken. With just the right amount of heat. It's basically better in every way. But is it our best spicy chicken sandwich ever? You tell us. You know you want to. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's. Open till midnight or later. Hours may vary by location.
Hit 985thesportshub.com.
It's time for This Date in Bruins History, being restored by Blue Sky Restoration Contractors.
Horton settling it along the left wing boards. Carries it out to the blue line and drops it off for Lucic. Lucic looking. Dropped it to Ferentz. Left side. Wrist shot. Save push. Rebound score! Nathan Horton in double OT. And the Bruins lead the series 3-2.
This date in Bruins history takes us back to 2011. Nathan Horton scoring at 9:03 of the second overtime for a 2-1 win over Montreal in Game 5 of that conference quarterfinal series that the Bruins would very memorably go on to win in 7 games. That was the first home win by either team in the series and was the 9th longest game in Bruins playoff history. This date in Bruins history being restored by Blue Sky Restoration. Remember, if you have a property disaster, visit gobluesky.com. That's go, B-L-U, sky.com. Blue Sky Restoration, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow. Series even at a game apiece. Game 3 headed to the third period, tied at 1 between the Bruins and Sabres here at TD Garden.
Yeah, you want to, as a coach, you want to use everybody, and if the game dictates that, you can use everybody, but you can also shorten your bench if you want to. You got 2 days off between games here, right?
Yep.
Friday and Saturday off, no game. Sunday afternoon, feel that you got a chance to. Every game's important in a series, but now you have a 2-1 lead. If you're the Bruins and you're on home ice, for Game 4, that's
a pretty good spot to be in.
I think both coaches would tell you that you'd love to use everybody, but if the situation dictates, then make a couple changes.
Bruins headed from left to right here in the third period. Pastrnak hard dump into the far corner. Ricocheted out in front, but pushed back into that corner by Dahlin. Battle over there. It'll come free to Hampus Lindholm at the left point. Shot wide of the short side post. Off the near wall. Chipped up off the glass by McLeod. Batted down by Lori to keep it in. Pastrnak center blue line. Fights off a check. Floats one back toward the right wing corner. Elias Lindholm puts Samuelson into the wall. McLeod breaks it out for the Sabres. Up through the neutral zone and across the line. Here's Zucker. Hit the post on the short side.
4-man rush.
Around the far side, McLeod out of the blue line. Feathers one toward the front. Tipped by Zucker, but wide. Hampus in the far corner. Hit and knocked down by Quinn. Geekie gets into the middle for Lori. And the Bruins start to change. Lori skates it up to the red line and dumps it in.
Yeah, they're cheating back on those wraparound dumps. That's that last sequence in the offensive zone for the Bruins was off of a cross-corner dump.
Aspero able to knock it away from Krebs inside the Bruins zone. Loose puck at the blue line here. Middlestat plays it forward. He's got Arvidsson. Zacha breaking down the middle. Arvidsson to the far circle. A backhander wide. Near side wall, Aspero. It sends it back around that far side. McAvoy at the hash marks against Power. Now Zacha in the far corner. Heels around to the near side wall for Middlestat. To Arvidsson, a one-timer from the right circle, and Lyon kicks that aside. McAvoy gets it back deep. Arvidsson stepping out in front for Middlestat. That one knocked away. Zacha far circle to Arvidsson. That one jumps away from him, but kept alive at the blue line by Aspero. Middlestat right corner, shoved to the wall by Thompson. Byram will turn free with a puck. Bruins have gone for most of a change here. And Tuck will drive it in from the red line, and he too will go for a change for the Sabres. Loose puck inside the Bruins zone. Ostlund coming on from the bench, able to kick it back deep. McAvoy got taken out as Benson went in behind the net. The Bruins will steer it away, and here's Higgins cutting to the left circle. A shot, and glove stopped by Lyon. No rebound.
Already more jump in the offensive zone for the Bruins. We were talking off the air and how many shot attempts they had in that second period.
9 total
shot attempts. That's not shots on goal. That's shot attempts. That tells you where the puck was for too long in that second period. And now they're trying to get things going. And But you got to be careful not to give up that odd man rush, right? You want to get caught up the ice because they are bringing 4 guys. Zucker ended up being the 4th guy, and he gets the chance. But you still want to push when you can in that offensive end.
Face off inside the Buffalo zone. Stanley will pivot back behind his net. Greenway starting up the left side. Pushed it forward to the Boston line for Mallenstein. In the near corner, Zadorov will free it up. Taken away off the near wall by Kozak. Whipped one through the slot. Timmins along the far side. Jeannot broke his stick. He's going to jump onto the bench. Nobody's come on for him quite yet. Now they do. Peak over to Zadorov. Pass through the neutral zone. Tipped by Kastelik. Glove down. And the play's going to be whistled offside.
Yeah, I mean, you look back to the first period, and the Bruins, Zacha alone had 4 shots, and they were all good ones.
Yeah.
They were all really good opportunities. So they had more jump in that first period offensively. Felt like they got a little careful in the second period.
I mentioned the attempts for the Bruins were 9. 20 attempts for the Sabres in that second period. 42-25 for the game in favor of Buffalo. Pasternak gets it into the attack zone, but Dahlin was right there. Samuelsson under pressure got it to McLeod. McLeod cutting into the Bruins zone. The right wing circle. Stops. Steals into the middle. Picked off by Elias Lindholm. High slot.
Protect the middle. Protect the middle. McLeod's got that speed. He can get the zone.
Buffalo looking to reload here. McLeod just inside the Bruins line. Elias again gets the clear. Pasternak had it knocked off his stick by Samuelsson. Zucker will send it around behind Swayman. Jeremy went out behind the net to play it. Oh, Lori just took an elbow from Tuck, who fires from the left circle.
It's a good reverse hit by Tuck. I don't know if it was an elbow or not, Ryan. I'll have to see it again, but you got to be prepared for that.
Middlestat, far side corner under pressure from Power, who gloves one out of the air in the pile. Puck comes free toward the far circle, and Krebs. Now Byram, top of the near circle, back to Krebs. Zock able to knock one free. Tuck's got it, shoots and scores. Alex Tuck gives the Sabres the lead with 15:57 left here in the third.
Well, it starts on the dump in, and Swayman tries to play that puck behind the net, but he squeaks by him, and now Lori has to chase it. Tuck with the reverse hit. It was an elbow.
He got that elbow up right in the face.
Big time left elbow into the face of Lori, and he ends up getting the goal. Thompson strong in front of the net. A reverse hit's one thing, but the elbow to the chops is another.
Well, Alex Tuck with his second goal of the series. And the first lead of the series for the Buffalo Sabres comes in the third period of Game 3. As the puck gets directed in. McAvoy in the far corner. Aspero around that far side. Ostlund will cut it off. Back down deep it comes. Ostlund back to the point. Shot kicked away by Swayman. Near side wall, Stanley against Arvidsson. Stanley gets twisted down. McAvoy behind the net. Aspero chases into the far corner. Up the left side, and Husnadina chips it in and gets knocked aside by Timmins, but stays with it into that far corner. Around near side, it comes to Arvidsson. Arvidsson fires one all the way across, out of Aspero's reach. Able to keep it alive near the blue line.
Mitten, Arvidsson, and Husnadinov.
Husnadinov to Minton near the top of the face-off circle. Lost it to Stanley. Ostlund presses it out of his zone. Zadorov able to keep it away from Benson near the Bruins bench. 5 minutes gone, third period. Bruins down a goal. McAvoy with a long pass at the left side, finds Jeannot into the Buffalo zone. Throws a dipping shot in on line, who backs it toward the far side. Jeannot get it back to Zadorov. Oh, balance shot tipped by Kastelik between the circles, and Lyon able to adjust and make that save. Peak, top of the right circle with a shot. That goes up and out of play.
Easy for me to say, and you know, especially where we sit, but a fake shot there by Peak. You've got Dahlin coming out, going down on one knee. You can walk to your right on him there. That was a good tip by Kastelik. May have even been a high stick. It was close, but it was not called. It off, you know, a balanced shot there by Zadorov. And then they go D to D once they work it low to high. And it's Dahlin coming all the way out to block that shot on Peak. Fake, step, shot.
Face-off in the Buffalo zone with 14:36 left. Geekie gets in against McLeod. Byram in the near corner. Well, send it out of the zone, but that'll go in for an icing against the Sabres.
Fans, score a hat trick with the VideoBank's free checking. Get your paycheck up to 2 days early. Enjoy free ATMs through the Sum and All Point networks and no minimum balance or monthly fees. Visit NVIDIABank.com for details. NVIDIA Bank, honest to goodness. Member FDIC, member DIF.
Geekie and McLeod, part 2. McLeod gets a warning. And then Geekie wins the faceoff. Elias Lindholm kicked it back to McAvoy right along the blue line. Hampus Lindholm poking it to try and keep in, but kicked out by Quinn. Right back in they come,
way
late offside.
Way offside.
Tag up. And now the Sabres with Byram sending over the power far side circle. Back to Byram and right back across. Here's McLeod gaining steam through center ice. On the left, on the right side. Sent toward the corner by Quinn. Geekie gets in there along the end wall to win it. McAvoy steps out from behind the Bruins net. Near circle. Pass across ice for Pasternak. Lifts it down the left wing side and heads off in a change. Power from between the circles in the Sabres zone. Hands off to Thompson. That's around Zacha coming through center. Here's Krebs, left wing side. Down the circle. Poked off his stick by Zadorov. Up the wall for Arvidsson. His pass toward the middle off of Zacha's skate. It was behind him. Peak has to toss it back out through center. Dahlin quickly up here to Krebs. Back into the Bruins zone it goes. Peak sent it behind the net. Picked off by Tuck. Middlestat broke one up in front.
Well read by Tuck that time. Anticipated it.
Zadorov cuts back behind the Bruins net. Both teams changing up ice. 13:05 to go in regulation. 2-1 Sabres lead. Pass to the far side. Laura had to handle it.
Not an easy one to handle.
Minton got it to Hagens. Gaining entry to the Buffalo line, but a pass into the middle is blocked. Doan throws it back the other way. Aspero ahead of Ostlund into the near corner. Here's Hagens turning off the wall. Got Minton breaking out. Minton will dump it into the far corner. Gets the carom. Lions plays it away from the net as Husnudinov was charging hard.
Didn't have the angle that he wanted exactly there.
Puck poked back toward that far corner. Stanley will send it around the near side. Lorai down toward the hash marks to pick it up in front of Doan. They wrestle into the corner. And the puck will squirt free. Doan hacked at by Geekie. Still able to get it out of the zone. Pasternak, the back from Aspero. On a spin off an Ostlund check. Osta lost his stick on that. Geekie will drive one in. All the way around that far side and tipped back out of the zone, sent back into late offside, but the Sabres are right back out. Greenway on the right side to the circle. Shot hit the post. Second time the Sabres have hit the post behind Jeremy Swayman. Allenstein back in the neutral zone with it. Now Power to Greenway, cutting into the middle as he comes into the Bruins zone. Kozak tried to fire, blocked off by Hampus Lindholm, and ricochets back to the Buffalo end. Byram chased behind the net by Castaway. Finds Power near circle. Steps around the Castaway forecheck, comes into neutral ice. Left wing pass for Zucker. Redirected coming through the slot. Fired toward the net. And turned away by Swayman. Dahlin a long shot. Blocked near side circle. Corrali will grab it and go. To the red line and deep. He'll head off as part of a change. Back around toward the near side. And the Sabres break out with Zucker gaining the red line. And sending a floater in towards Swayman. Hands off for Zadorov. Near corner Pete. On to Zacha. Bruins moving left to right. Under 11 minutes to go. Down a goal. Kastelik gets it into the right wing corner. Zacha shovels it along. In behind the net. Janot got bumped off balance. Thompson will come clear with the puck. Pass through the neutral zone finds Krebs. Sent it deep. Zadorov in the near corner. Tuck went for a big hit. He'll wind up with the puck along the near side wall. Thompson Turning away from Zadorov, lost his balance. Middlestat gets in there with the stick. Comes free to the near circle. Thompson trying to get a stick to it, could not. And the Bruins get it out of the zone. Middlestat sends Arvidsson ahead.
By himself.
Yep. Arvidsson gets it checked into the far boards by Timmins. Coming up on the midway point of the third period. Bruins down by 1 here at home. Directed in by Doan. Lohrei pulls it back around behind Swayman. Coming to the near side circle. Under pressure, lost it to Benson. Back toward that near side. It'll come back toward the corner, and Hampus Lindholm taken away behind the net by Doan. Back to Byram at the left point. Over to the far side, and right back to Byram. Near circle, a shot rising wide of the net. And ricochets back out to center. 9:35 left. Both teams getting some changes on here as Power skates it back towards center ice. And from the blue line, tosses one in towards Swayman, who scoops it up with a glove to draw a whistle. Take a timeout with 9:26 left in regulation. Bruins trail the Sabres 2-1 here in Game 3 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Ah, New England spring. We're so ready to get outside and celebrate with all the deliciousness from Big Y. Charcuterie expertly plated, oh so nicely. Shrimp with cocktail sauce, chilled and spicy. Spiral ham glazed to perfection. Candies, cakes, and other sweet confections. Ah, yes, spring has finally sprung. Big Y. Nicely done.
Need a new roof for your home or business? Then call East Coast Metal Roofing, lifetime guaranteed roofs, and get 10% off during their Spring into Savings event when you mention me, Felger. Call 844-611-ECMR or visit eastcoastmetalroofing.com.
Wedgewood Pines Country Club in Stowe is now accepting membership applications. Enjoy a full championship golf facility, heated pool complex with swim lessons, and food and beverage service. Learn more at wedgewoodpines.com. Yard needs work, car needs work. Kids want a puppy. At GFA Federal Credit Union, we take care of your money so you can focus on what matters. Learn more at gfafcu.com. Member NCUA.
Hey, I'm Doug Shaw, Project Director at Blue Sky Restoration Contractors. When your home or business experiences property damage from water, fire, mold, or storms, you need to get back to normal in no time. That's why Blue Sky Restoration should always be your first call, because we take care of everything from beginning to end. And with locations across New England, we will complete your project faster than anyone. So the next time you're hit with a property disaster, don't panic. Just visit BLUsky.com, and our team will be ready. Blue Sky Restoration, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
Zoe and Beetle, middays on the Sports Hub.
9:26 left in the third. Buffalo has a 2-1 lead. The lone Bruins goal in the second period. Tanner Jeannot set up by Charlie McAvoy with that feed. The Shaws and Star Market Foundation donates another $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about feeding the puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. Alex Tuck at 4:03 from Peyton Krebs and Bowen Byram here in the third period as Buffalo in front. Face off in the Bruins defensive zone. It's going to be Geekie and McLeod here. And off the face off, McAvoy will send it behind the net. Aspero up the far side. Now to the zone it comes.
Interesting, you got Geekie taking that face off. And
he's taking a few of them here in the third.
Elias Lindholm is usually pretty reliable in the face-off circle.
And has been. First two games, he was 58%. He's 4-8 so far tonight, is Elias. Far side circle, Bruins able to win it, and Geekie breaks out. Pass on the left side, kicked off of Pasternak, comes to McAvoy, and they gain entry on the near side boards.
That's interference.
Huge collision, McAvoy and Dahlin. Both guys go down, a penalty coming against Dahlin.
Definitely. McAvoy doesn't have the puck, it's nowhere near him.
Peak will drag it up into the Buffalo zone. He's all by himself. Everyone else started to change and or just stopped. And now the play grabbed by Zucker draws the whistle.
I would have rather seen Peak just have a little bit more patience there and wait for the line change.
Yeah.
Get the extra attacker out.
Buffalo penalty number 26, 2-minute minor interference.
So Dahlin goes to the box, and the Bruins will have a chance to tie it with a power play with 8:33 to go.
McAvoy missed the puck, so he doesn't have it at all, and Dahlin just came over and wiped him out. They can pay for this.
Bruins 0 for 2 on the power play so far tonight. Also had a penalty shot attempt stopped in the second period for Victor Arvidsson.
Seen some undisciplined penalties by other teams around the league, you know, and one the other night by Tampa. They created a power play and a goal. This is where your sense of urgency has to be there on the ball with a man advantage.
Bruins 2 out of 10 it's in the series.
Yeah, and one of them was garbage time. The other one was a well-executed play in game 2 using Zacha in the middle of the ice.
Zacha to take this face-off. McLeod beats him on the draw. Samuelson hard around the near boards. Pasternak at the blue line can't hold in. McAvoy will start it up from Swayman. Leaves it in the defensive zone. Elias Lindholm picks up from there. Gives it to his left to Zacha. Back to Elias. Entry game. Pasternak along the near side boards. Deals it back to McAvoy at the right point. Here's Zacha, high slot. Pasternak right circle, stepping in. Save made by Lyon off the stick. Rebound was loose in the slot. It'll be cleared out, and McLeod comes shorthanded.
Yeah, Zacha no stick, though.
Trying to cut around Zacha. Now to the left circle. McLeod steps in with a shot. Goes up and over the net. Geekie settles it along the far side boards and gives to McAvoy. Zacha with a new stick in his hand. Brings the puck to the near side for Elias Lindholm. Minute 10 to go on the power play. They lift it down to the right wing corner. Elias going into the corner against Stanley. Puck shot up the wall and all the way down. Swayman will hand it off behind the net for Hampus Lindholm as the Bruins chain personnel. Hampus pushed it off the near boards, and Arvidsson will take through the red line. And across the blue they come. Minton's pass batted back out to center ice. Hampus Lindholm takes away from Mallenstein there. 40 seconds left. Long pass for Arvidsson doesn't connect. Mallenstein redirects one back into the Bruins zone. Hampus drops back in his own zone for Minton. Minton to the red line for Arvidsson. To the left side. Here's Middlestep. Down toward the corner. Pass back toward the point is picked off.
It was
by
there.
Tuck.
It was there, but you got to protect the puck. You got to use the boards a little bit more there.
Tuck shoots one in towards Swayman. He forces him to cover it at the side of the net with 13 seconds left on the power play.
They got the entry they wanted. They got the entry they wanted coming down the left wing side. And Casey Middlesack would like to have that back, because once he gets in there, he tries to go back to the point, and it's there. One chance, that was Pasternak getting the pass from Zacha in the middle to the right side. He tried to go 5-hole, and Lyon was able to close that one up. Elias Lindholm and Zacha trying to get to the rebound.
13 seconds left on the power play. 6:45 left here in regulation. Bruins down 2-1. Face-off will be to the left of Swayman. Just 13 to go on the power play. Bruins bring out the fourth line here with Zadorov and McAvoy. Kastelik will give to McAvoy, break it up ice. McAvoy to the Buffalo line. Loose puck to the far circle. McAvoy takes a hit along that far wall. Kozak trying to clear, can't. Kastelik has his shot blocked by Byram. Power play is over. Dahlin's out of the box. Byram from the near circle looking to send it up ice. McAvoy got a piece of it, but Thompson's got it. Moving into the left wing circle. McAvoy knocks him off the puck. Kastelik around that far side for Jeannot. Jeannot to Kastelik. Through the neutral zone he comes. Stanley reaches in with a stick. Kastelik into the far corner. Sends behind the net. Corrali in the right corner. Back to Pete. Throws one toward the front. Tipped by Kastelik. Goes bouncing wide. And Benson pushes it back out to center. We're under 6 minutes to go. Pete to the red line, to the blue. Gets tripped up. Penalty coming. Tage Thompson took down Andrew Peak. And the Bruins will go back to the power play. 5:47 left here in regulation. Sabres 2, Bruins 1. Here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub. Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Honda Spring Event. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic, a 4.49% APR on a 2026 Civic Hybrid, or a 3.49% APR on a 2026 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R.
At TD, they know when the lights are at their brightest, Boston is at its boldest, and the fans are at their loudest. This city was built for the playoffs, and they can't wait to cheer alongside you every step of the way, from puck drop to the final buzzer. TD, Bank of the Boston Bruins.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
Penalty kick.
out of the park.
From way downtown for a
Beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
For the best deal on any name brand tire, get to Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest price and the most free services, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. And you know, I mean nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.99% APR on a 2026 CRV or a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Passport. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Toucher and Hardy, mornings on the Sports Hub.
Hockey season's the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
5:47 to go. Bruins trail 2-1, but back to the power play. Tage Thompson called for taking down Andrew Peeke.
Something is definitely bothering Elias Lindholm. That was another face-off by Geekie there with Elias Lindholm on the ice.
They gain entry here with Pasternak across for Arvidsson. Shot knocked down, and Pasternak a chance turned away by Lyon.
On 5-hole again on Lyon.
Yeah, Arvidsson's out there now in place of Elias. Arvidsson going to bring it through center ice. Left wing pass to Geekie. Angles it off the boards. Arvidsson from behind the net, around the near side. Pasternak trying to protect the puck. Got it back to McAvoy, center of the blue line. Back to Pasta, top of the right circle. Fires. That one goes up over the net.
That'd have been blocked by Samuelson.
McAvoy poked it free to Zacha. High slot. Pasternak, and sliding out to block it was Timmins.
Timmins has had a couple good blocks in this series.
Right side, McAvoy regains entry. Leaves it along the wall. Arvidsson shoved off it, but Pasternak's there. Crossing pass, one-timer, and Lyon makes the stop on Geekie.
He shot it back towards the middle of the net. He had space.
Behind the net, Arvidsson, near side, Pasternak at the hash marks. Zacha up top. Zacha walks it back to the right circle. Pasternak juggling it. Got it around Mallenstein, back to Zacha. 45 to go in the power play. Pasta now top of the left circle. Puck explodes on him, but keeps it alive. McAvoy to Zacha. One-timer right circle, saved by Lyon. Zacha to McAvoy, center blue line. Zacha again, right circle, 30 left on the power play. Pasternak over to McAvoy, one-timer, and Lyon tips that out of play.
You got 27 seconds left, so your dilemma now, you haven't had to come back in your own zone. Do you consider a timeout? Do you wait on the timeout? Probably wait on it. And you keep the same group out there. Do you make the change? There was more of a sense of urgency on that power play for the Bruins.
Question.
And like Geekie had it.
They're going to call their timeout.
Geekie had the best chance, and I couldn't tell. It looked like he had some space on the short side, or even, Lyon's deep in his net, but he got over to the right to make that save.
So the Bruins use their timeout with 4:13 to go and 27 seconds left on the power play as the unit gathers around assistant coach Steve Spott over at the Boston bench. Bruins trying to find the equalizer after falling behind early on here in this third period.
They finally got Geekie a little loose on that left side for the one-timer. Pasternak, a lot of movement during that power play. He was not stationary at all. He got one shot blocked, but the movement was there for him. And Arvidsson in place of Elias Lindholm. Significant change on this man advantage.
Zacha will take the face-off in the left wing circle. 27 seconds left on the penalty to Tage Thompson. Zaka and McLeod stand in. Zaka wins it. Arvidsson gets it to McAvoy at the left point. Sends it down deep. Pasternak at the back of the net. Backhand in front. Arvidsson. Save made by Lyon. A scramble for the rebound. McLeod comes away with it and clears.
He just took away the whole bottom half of the net with that pad. That left pad is right down along the ice. Good effort to get that puck out.
8 left on the power play as Geekie comes through center ice. Gets right to the Buffalo line, sends it around. McAvoy on the far wall, brings it down toward the corner. And back around it comes to the near side. Race for it near circle, and it'll be cleared ahead for Thompson, who's out of the box. Now Benson to the Boston line. Ostlund left circle, stepping in. Shot save made Swayman, and he cradles that puck with 3:35 to go. So the Bruins 0 for 2 on the power play here in this third period, 0 for 4 on the night. And with 3:35 to go, they trail the Sabres 2-1 here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Honda Spring Event. Now's the time to check out the Honda Civic and HR-V from Honda, the 2025 Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic, a 4.49% APR on a 2026 Civic Hybrid, or a 3.49% APR on a 2026 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R. Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit kpp.com for more information.
This NBA season, every shot you take with Fanatics Sportsbook puts points on the board. Earn up to 10% fan cash on your bets, win or lose. So even if your bet misses, you're still scoring fan cash, which unlocks exclusive rewards like authentic apparel, game tickets, and meeting legends at Fanatics events. Make the switch and turn every bet into a bucket with Fanatics Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-522-4700. MD, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Offer not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatics Sportsbook app.
Hey, it's Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. If you've spent years working in construction, the wear and tear on your body can add up. And what many people don't realize is that those conditions may actually entitle you to compensation. At Catches Law, we've won more for construction workers than any other law firm in New England. We understand the work, we understand the injuries, and we know how to win. If your job is taking a toll on your body, it's time to find out your options. Visit catcheslaw.com for a free consultation today. There's no fee unless you win.
Felger and Maz, afternoons on the Sports Hub.
3:35 left in regulation here in Game 3. And the Buffalo Sabres have a 2-1 lead. Bruins coming up empty on 2 third-period power play chances, generating some good opportunities on that last one. But unable to solve Alex Lyon, making his first start of the series. Face off in the defensive zone down to our left. Kastelik and Ostlund on the draw. Puck comes to the near side boards. Benson able to push it toward the corner. Knocked to a knee by Lohrei, stays with it. Ostlund now in that corner as well. Goes behind the net to Benson. Off the far wall, back to Byram at the right point. Plays it back deep. Got through to Benson. Comes out in front of the backhander on Swayman, who made the save. Doan and now Ostlund in the far corner. Kastelik takes away. And he'll get it out of the zone. Elias Lindholm in the neutral ice. Knocked loose. And Kastelik chases into the Buffalo zone along the far side. Gets run into the wall by Power. And the puck is lobbed back out to center ice. Dahlin, rather, excuse me, on that hit.
In that sequence, Jeannot would rip the stick right out of hands. Doan and go.
Behind the Bruins net. Peak under some pressure from Tuck. Back into the far corner it goes. And Hampus Lindholm will get it back to Peak. Tuck chases him back behind the net, and again Hampus on the far side with some space this time. Pass to Minton coming into neutral ice. Middlestat, loose puck, Peak pokes it in across the line, gathers it toward the near side wall, and plays around behind. Ustedina looking for Minton, and it was redirected away from him.
Oh, good stick in front that time.
Krebs brings the Sabres back forward.
That was Timmins that got a piece of that one.
Crunching hit by Zadorov in the near corner, frees the puck. Middlestat. They get it out with Minton finding Husnadinov. Tosses a bouncer in wide of line. Pulled out behind the net by Husnadinov. Rims it around the far side. Zaka coming down through the hash marks after it with 2:03 to go. Swayman has stayed put so far. Zaka trying to get it back toward Hampus Lindholm. It was blocked along that far wall. held against the boards. Now it'll come free, and it's tipped past Hampus at the blue line by McLeod, but McLeod goes for a change instead of pursuing it.
A little surprised Swayman hadn't gone to the bench yet.
Now McAvoy through center ice. Left side, here's Pasternak. Pasternak shot. Gets blocked far circle. Swayman's on his way to the bench. Sabres get the clear. Arvidsson, who had just come on, able to grab that puck from in front of the Bruins bench, but then he gets upended coming through the neutral ice. It gets dumped in wide of the empty net. Ostlund shoots and scores. Ostlund able to win that race for the loose puck. Pasternak came sliding back into the crease and got a piece of it, but couldn't keep it out of the empty net. Buffalo makes it 3-1.
A pretty good play by Ostlund there, not only to get to the puck first, but then the spinorama. And Pasternak's there. So Arvidsson picks this puck off in the neutral zone. He just come off the bench on the change for Swayman. The puck gets turned over, gets dumped down, and it's basically 1 against 3 there is Ostlund. He's able to get to the puck first, negate the icing, and then spin to get to his forehand. His left-hand shot on the right side and just sneak this puck past David Pasternak.
So Noah Ostlund, who did not play in the first 2 games of this series and had missed the last 10 games of the regular season, with a goal and an assist tonight. And with 1:23 to go, Sabres lead by 2, on the verge of taking a 2-1 series lead. McAvoy coming out of the Boston zone. Swayman breaks to the bench. Dump in from the red line. Goes around the far side. Timmins lost it to Geekie along that far wall. Zacha will send it around near side. McAvoy at the right point. Steps toward the middle. Pass to the right circle for Pasternak. Sends one out in front. Elias Lindholm got knocked down in front of the net. Pasternak sends around the far side, but nobody's over there. And McAvoy will have to chase it back through center. 48 seconds to go. Geekie dumps into the left wing corner and around the near side boards. Arvidsson off the wall back to Pasternak. Fired all the way across. And a shot goes wide from Geekie. Pasternak near circle. Arvidsson behind the net. To Geekie. Hit the outside of the far post. Off the near side boards from Zacha. Too far for Pasternak. It'll come out of the zone. And now Kozak trying to send one toward the empty net. Cut off in front by McAvoy. Quick up to Zacha. Lobs one in toward Lyon, who gloves it and drops it back into play. Darlene sends one all the way down from his own zone for an icing with 12.8 to go.
Yeah, Lyon, he's been good today. He's made some good saves, some sneaky good saves. There's some of those low shots. I mean, Pasternak's had a couple of them. Geekie certainly had one. He just got a piece of a Geekie shot from the left wing circle. Geekie couldn't one-time it. He had to stop it first, but made the save on the penalty shot against Arvidsson. Been good here today.
And just his 4th career playoff start, first as a Sabre. He stopped 24 out of 25 tonight after going 7 for 7 in relief in the 3rd period in game 2. Hampus Lindholm with a drive off of the face-off win, and Lyon covers that one up at the far side of his crease. And Kastelik in the middle of a scrum. Tuck has a hold of him, and the linesmen have a hold of each of them. Trying to keep anything from breaking out in the waning seconds here. Kastelik will get dragged away and
sent away.
They'll get taken all the way to the tunnel.
It's got a 10-minute misconduct written all over it, doesn't it?
I would imagine.
Buffalo penalty number 47, 2 minutes for roughing.
Oh, 2 minutes for roughing.
Well, they said Buffalo penalty, but...
Oh. I think he meant Boston.
Yeah, Kastelik is the 47. There is no 47 on the Sabres side. So 8.5 seconds to go. And they'll bring the face-off back into the Bruins zone here to finish this off. And this will go down as Buffalo's 5th power play chance of the game. The rally against Kozak on this draw. Kozak wins it. Greenway sends it back out of the zone for Timmins. And they will allow time to expire. As you know, and Greenway exchanged some pleasantries at the final horn. And Buffalo comes out to congratulate their goaltender, Alex Lyon, who backstops the Sabres to a 3-1 victory here in Game 3 at TD Garden. And the Sabres take a 2-1 lead in the series with that win, with Game 4 coming up on Sunday afternoon. We'll be back with our recap in a moment on the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Honda Spring Event. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic, a 4.49% APR on a 2026 Civic Hybrid, or a 3.49% APR on a 2026 HRV.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Poor Diana in accounting. She fell for an email phishing scam. Computers shut down. And people freaked out, especially about getting paid.
Hey!
Fortunately, the company had cyber risk coverage from Safety Insurance. Safety covered the cost of systems and data restoration, business income-related losses, and more. Don't let one human error shut down your business. Ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life storms, even the cyber kind.
At TD, they know when the lights are at their brightest, Boston is at its boldest, and the fans are at their loudest. This city was built for the playoffs, and they can't wait to cheer alongside you every step of the way, from puck drop to the final buzzer. TD, Bank of the Boston Bruins.
The NBA playoffs are here, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, boosts every game day the whole postseason. When the lights get brightest, the best players in the world show you exactly who they are. Playoff stars turn it up round by round, and DraftKings turns it up too, with a profit boost available every single game day, from the first round all the way to the finals. New Sportsbook customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SPORTSHUB so you're ready for the moment. That's code SPORTSHUB to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA bet boost restrictions apply and vary when offered. Boost only applies to winnings. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. Limited time offer. 98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado. TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at TimberTech.com. Blue Sky Restoration. Tune in to hear this date in history being restored by Blue Sky all season long. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit GoBLUSky.com. And your Boston area Lexus dealers. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
Bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.99% APR on a 2026 CR-V or a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Passport. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
The Pats play on the Sports Hub.
Arvidsson, who had just come on, able to grab that puck from in front of the Bruins bench, but then he gets upended coming through the neutral ice. It gets dumped in wide of the empty net. Ostlund shoots and scores. Ostlund able to win that race for the loose puck. Pasternak came sliding back into the crease and got a piece of it, but couldn't keep it out of the empty net. Buffalo makes it 3-1. And that was the final tonight here at TD Garden as the Sabres grab a 2-1 lead in this series. Each team has now won a road game through the first 3 games of this series. And Bruins had some chances to draw even after falling behind early in the third period, but couldn't capitalize on a couple of power play chances in that third as well.
Yeah, 2 power plays. The first one wasn't great, and the second one had a little bit more sense of urgency to it, but, you can't complain about not getting the opportunities. On the game-winning goal, Tuck makes a good reverse hit, got his elbow up a little bit, but makes a good reverse hit. It's just something you got to be ready for. You know, Tuck's a big guy, you know, and you're going in to play him one-on-one. You got to expect the reverse hit, and, or at least some version of it, protecting the puck. And I'm pointing out one thing. There were a lot of things that went on. I didn't like the second period for the Bruins. I thought they didn't press enough. They didn't establish a forecheck enough. You know, they did a little bit more of that in the third period. Even when the score was still tied at 1, they did a little bit more of that, especially right off the hop in the third period. It's about adjustments. You know, we saw a lot of those cross-corner dumps for the Bruins. Adjustments with lineup, and Lindy Ruff, you know, made 3 lineup changes, right? And 2 of them, to me, were significant, right? Alex Lyon had an outstanding game. He was really good. Took away the bottom half of the net. I thought Geeky shot there, that last one in the left wing circle where he loves to take that one-timer from. He kind of shot it back towards the middle of the net where he might have had some short side because Lyon was cheating on Pastrnak when the pass was made. But Lyon was excellent in this game. And
Ostlund.
Ostlund was good. You know, goal and assist. I mean, you know, he sealed it with the empty netter, but the pass that he made to Byron was a good one.
Yeah.
So, you know, he was noticeable here in this game and played well. This is the first game of the series. So, you know, the changes that he made, you know, worked out for him, and now it's going to be up to Marco Sturm if he wants to make any changes. He didn't after game 1. He stuck with the same lineup after game 1. He's had the same lineup for 3 games. I'm a little curious about Elias Lindholm to see where his health is. Didn't take faceoffs here in the third period where Geeky took a lot of them. It's about adjustments. It's about attrition. It's about, you know,
not only didn't take faceoffs, but got replaced on the top power play unit by Arvidsson later on. Yeah.
So you know, that's going to be a question mark here moving forward. You know, are there changes made moving to your lineup next game? It's too early to tell. They're not playing until Sunday, so you know, even if he's asked today, he's not going to tell you anything. You know, you got to wait for probably Sunday to find out, or you know, maybe practice tomorrow gives you an indication, or Saturday gives you an indication. But you know, Swayman again, excellent. You know, the first goal went off of Hagens and in. Second one was a screen by Tage Thompson. Yeah. And it was out. You know, it was after Tuck won a battle down low and maintained possession of the puck, and they work it out into the left wing circle for a shot. So, you know, not a bad game for the Bruins. They haven't had a bad game. They've had bad pockets, but they haven't had a bad game. But Buffalo, you know, able to stay with it a little bit longer, get that lead, and then hold on's the wrong word, but able to hang in there and kill 2 penalties. And I thought they did a pretty good job. So give the Sabres credit. They're a good team. That's why they're #1 team in the Atlantic Division. Now it's up to the Bruins to come back here on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, the ebbs and flows of a 7-game series, right? Yeah. And we have seen it already here through the first 3 games. Bruins, as you said, they've had some bad pockets. They've also had some really good pockets of hockey in this series as well. So it is the Sabres with a 2-1 lead in the series after a 3-1 win here in the first game of the series here at TD Garden. We will be back to wrap things up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
During Window Nation's current sale, the more you buy, the more you save. You could save up to 50% on new windows for your entire home. Plus, you could get them with 0% interest for 5 years. Sale ends soon, so visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
Ah, New England spring. We're so ready to get outside and celebrate with all the deliciousness from Big Y. Charcuterie expertly plated, oh so nicely. Shrimp with cocktail sauce, chilled and spicy. Spiral ham glazed to perfection. Candies, cakes, and other sweet confections. Ah, yes. Spring has finally sprung. Big Y. Nicely done.
With oil, natural gas, and electricity prices all over the place, propane prices are staying steady at $2.70 to $3.50 a gallon, depending on usage and tank size. Visit BursawGasAndOil.com today.
60 miles per hour on a sunny day. Ooh, I wonder who that text is from. Pickleball group chat. Fishing trip. Girl from the dog park. You really want to take a quick look. What's the big deal? In that quick look, you'll travel 100 yards with your eyes off the road. Imagine what you'll miss, or worse, what you'll hit. That text isn't a text, it's a crash. This message is brought to you by the Massachusetts Office of Grants and Research.
For the best deal on any name brand tire, get to Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest price and the most free services, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. And you know, I mean nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Ryan Williams here with 128 Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric, the official home service company of the Boston Red Sox. April means baseball is back. Fenway is buzzing, and before you know it, that first hot day of the year sneaks up on you. The good news is that April is for the early birds, those who get their AC installed or replaced before the summertime rush. Now through May, save up to $2,000 on an air conditioning install with 128. Just mention the early bird when you book at call128.com, and go Sox.
The Bruins play on the Sports Hub.
Hall fans on a pass, gets it back. Miller feeds Blake. They score! The Hurricanes respond and retake the lead. Jackson Blake.
Carolina taking on the Ottawa Senators in Ottawa here tonight. Carolina up 2-0 in that series, and this game today is about halfway through the game, and the Hurricanes with a 2-1 lead over the Ottawa Senators. One other game tonight has the Colorado Avalanche taking on the LA Kings in Los Angeles.
And here at TD Garden tonight, a 3-1 victory for the Buffalo Sabres, taking Game 3 of this series and taking a 2-1 lead in the series. The Shaw's and Star Market Foundation's Nourishing Neighbors initiative sponsors our Feeding the Puck for Families campaign. For every helper on a Bruins goal, they donate another $100 to fight food insecurity. Just a single feed tonight, so another $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank. Follow along at 985thesportshub.com/feed the puck. McAvoy's assist on Tanner Jeannot's goal, the only tally for the Bruins tonight, as the Sabres put up 2 in the third period, won the game winner and won the empty netter to close it out, the 3-1 victory. Here are our 3 stars of the night. In a game where scoring was at a premium, the goaltenders will get 2 of the stars. Jeremy Swayman, our 3rd star honors with 25 saves. Ostlund just inside the Bruins line. Got it over to Doan for his shot, and glove stopped by Swayman, no rebound. So Swayman allows 2 goals tonight after giving up 3 in the loss in Game 1 and 2 in the win in Game 2. He'll take the loss with 25 saves on 27 shots tonight, 3rd star. 2nd star goes to the guy at the other end. 24 saves on 25 shots for Alex Lyon. Zacha wins it. Arvidsson gets it to McAvoy at the left point. Sends it down deep. Pasternak at the back of the net. Backhand in front. Arvidsson. Save made by Lyon. A scramble for the rebound. McLeod comes away with it and clears. Alex Lyon's first start of the series is a victory. His career record now in the postseason, 2-2. All of those games against the Boston Bruins. And the number 1 star of the game with the game-winning goal in the third period, Alex Tuch. Now Byram, top of the near circle, back to Krebs. Zock able to knock one free. Tuch's got it, shoots and scores. Alex Tuch gives the Sabres the lead with 15:57 left here in the third. Alex Tuch with his 2nd goal of the series has 4 points in all 3 games of this series as he gets the game winner tonight, his 2nd of the postseason from Krebs and Byram at 4:03 of the third. So the Sabres win it 3-1, the final score. They finished the night 0 for 5 officially on the power play. They got that last one in garbage time. So 0 for 5 on the power play tonight, 0 for 14 now in the series are the Sabres. Bruins come up empty on their 4 power play chances this evening. They're now 2 out of 12 in the 3 games of this series. So Game 4 coming up on Sunday afternoon, once again here at TD Garden. Our pregame coverage will get things started at 1:30 with a face-off just after 2 o'clock. Now for our executive producer, Jeremy Conley, our coordinating producer, Mark Capello, studio engineer, James Scaramazino, and for Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Thanks for being with us, and good night from TD Garden.
This is Boston Bruins hockey.
Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers, Shaw's and Star Market, Safety Insurance, Town Fair Tire, Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train, Ticketmaster, your New England Ford dealers, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, TD Bank, Service Credit Union, Cape Cod Lumber, and by Catches Law.
2 seconds, 1 second, it's over! The Bruins have won the Stanley Cup!
Also brought to you by Peerless Boilers, your New England Chevy dealers, Timber Tech Decking and Railing, Dairy Queen, Avidia Bank, Mass Mutual, Live Nation, WellPoint, the Peterson School, your Boston area Lexus dealers, Big Y, Nicely Done, and by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champions.
Bruins hockey is a presentation of the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, Dutcher and Hardy, Owen Beetle, Felger and Mass, the Bruins, the Celtics, the Pats, the Revolution. This is Boston's home for sports. WBC FM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub, a Beasley Media Group station. Boston Talk Sports.
Trade break May. We all know what, but we won't say what. Yeah, worst take on these airwaves in the last 24 hours.
We may not take a call today.
The Sports Hub.
Kozak wins it. Greenway sends it back out of the zone for Timmons. And they will allow time to expire. As you know, and Greenway exchanged some pleasantries at the final horn. And Buffalo comes out to congratulate their goaltender, Alex Lyon, who backstops the Sabres to a 3-1 victory here in Game 3 at TD Garden. And the Sabres take a 2-1 lead in the series with that win, with Game 4 coming up on Sunday afternoon.
All right, 98.5 The Sports Up. Bruins fall to the Sabres in Game 3, 3-1. Mark Dundaro. Tough loss. We're going to be covering the NFL draft tonight. Patriots set to pick a little bit later. We'll get to that later on. Mike Vrabel with comments. We're going to get to that. But the Bruins, tough sledding tonight. And I thought the story of this game was Alex Lyon. I thought he was the story of the game. I thought he was the one that set the tone. I mean, he made that first period nightmarish for the Bruins. They had chances. They had opportunities. And